It's Wednesday, November 19th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic Money Matters, Halifax Council to debate a massive property tax hike. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And hoping to keep your feet cozy this winter, new carpeting might be just the thing. We'll ask the experts at Ritchie's about all the options in our second hour.
Plus, a holiday beauty guide. Beauty and fashion contributor Natalie Sexton joins us with some of her picks for easy festive glam for yourself or for as a gift for others. All that and so much more just ahead on the Wednesday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Well, good morning. Come on in. Happy Wednesday. Just pressed up on 6:01. So glad you're up early and you're joining us. I'm happy that we're all here savoring the day. It's Wednesday, November 19th already. I just can't believe how fast the month of November is flying by. Is it just me? Do you feel this way? You're like,
oh,
it's
absolutely.
creeping?
Even like last month flew by. I feel like time is just escaping us nowadays.
Yeah, you? Is it ripping by or is it crawling?
November kind of comes to a slowdown, I find, for me, but I'm looking forward to the holiday gift guides that we have coming up too, because that kind of becomes my big focus in November. Cleaning and purging the house, and also trying to get people off the list for gifts when it comes to the holiday season, because I find the month can be a little gray.
Well, that's weather-wise. No, gosh, it's been challenging that way, but we have had tons of rain, and it's very November-y in our weather. Are we getting more of the same today, Latavia?
We're going to be kind of under a ridge of high pressure a bit. Getting some sunshine. It's warmer than before, but it's remaining seasonal for our daytime highs. So very typical for this time of year. But another cold start to the day as well, though, unfortunately.
Break out the toque.
Exactly.
St. John's.
Oh, yeah, you can see the sun is rising a bit. We are expecting a chance of showers in your area today, so keep that in mind when you are heading out. It's around a 60% chance of it happening, and 3 degrees in your area this morning, so a bit cooler than you saw even yesterday. As of right now, -4 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton, 0 in both Charlottetown and Halifax, 2 degrees in Sydney, -2 into Labrador City. So in terms of our satellite and radar, we do have a bit of precipitation and flurries tracking across the region. It is quite light today. For the most part, we will be seeing sunshine for the Maritime region, increasing cloudiness into the afternoon with a chance of showers and or flurries for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador as well. In terms of the wind, will remain around 40 to 50 kilometers per hour for our wind gusts. As of right now, 48 kilometers per hour for sustained wind in North Cape, 24 into Lunenburg, and 26 in Bathurst, 24 in Canso. Wind gusts as of right now, 41 kilometers per hour in Bathurst, 33 in Moncton, and 31 in Sydney. We'll take a look at your midweek forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you so much, Latavia. Keep this in mind for today. The Alert Ready system will be tested later this morning or early this afternoon. Here's a look at the order. Newfoundland and Labrador's alert will be tested at 10:45 a.m. local time, followed by New Brunswick at 10:55 a.m. Then in the afternoon, it's Prince Edward Island's turn at 12:55 p.m. and Nova Scotia's at 1:55 p.m. The National Public Alerting System test is sent to cell phones, TVs, and radios. This is the second regular test of the year. Halifax Council is going to debate a proposed and significant property tax hike. City staff say a 10.5% increase to property tax bills is necessary to support an $88.9 million increase to the city's budget. Inflation and contractual obligations are some reasons, but there's also capital projects on the horizon.
For example, we have the Windsor Street Exchange. We have a big decision to make on the Halifax Forum. And there's many, many different capital projects that are coming forward.
I was expecting for the budget to come back a little bit higher than last year. I was not expecting this massive increase. So I will be very actively trying to push that number down.
In the document, staff noted council had directed them to hold overall spending except for uncontrollable increases like inflation and contractual obligations. Turns out it's not just New Brunswick facing financial challenges. Nova Scotia is facing a $1.2 billion deficit by year's end. Critics say costs are spiraling out of control, but the finance minister says the province is trying to rein in spending. Initiatives include a new staffing directive.
For every position they fill, they have to eliminate a position. So it's a 2-for-1, and it will be in place for the foreseeable future.
Houston government needs to get spending under control and actually figure out where the waste is. And I think part of that is conducting a comprehensive program review.
The province's next fiscal update is due to come out next month. One man has been charged with drug trafficking after police in Halifax seized drugs worth an estimated street value of $4 million. The drugs were found in a secret compartment in a vehicle stopped near the Cobequid Pass in late September. The seizure included 40 kilograms of cocaine and 10,000 counterfeit oxycodone pills.
We believe, however, that those pills were manufactured for the illicit market, and we believe they may contain fentanyl, and we're working to confirm that through the Health Canada labs that way. And we do know, we're very confident that they are not legitimate prescription pills.
38-year-old Exile Sandalou of Dartmouth was charged in the case. He is due in court next month. The future of a landmark in St. John is uncertain. The Golden Ball building has been a fixture in the uptown for nearly a century, but it could face the wrecking ball. The city confirms to CTV News it has received and is reviewing an application for a permit to demolish the 94-year-old building. The structure was put up for sale and sold by Irving in recent months. It first opened in 1931 as the Golden Ball Garage. It served as a Ford dealership until it was converted into Irving Oil's home office in the 1950s. CTV News did reach out to Irving Oil for more details around the sale, but did not hear back. Driving on the east side of St. John just got a whole lot easier as the long-awaited realignment of Retail Drive is now complete. Drivers can now enjoy a smooth transition from Ashburn Lake Road in a lone intersection across Rossay Avenue rather than try to navigate two intersections in a matter of meters. Government spent more than $8 million on the project. The mayor says it was money well spent.
Drivers traveled from Route 1 over here to East Point Shopping up here center. They had to zig, then zag, and there was some quick lane changes, a few difficult turns, all complicated by nearby train tracks and heavy commercial truck vehicles. This outdated configuration created safety risks, traffic inefficiencies, and limited commercial growth.
City officials note there are no current plans to develop the vacant lot adjacent to the road, which is privately owned. Finally, a new coin in the UK is celebrating the career of Freddie Mercury. Britain's Royal Mint unveiled a new coin design that marks 40 years since Queen's Live Aid concert performance. 40 years. The coin features an image of the Queen frontman, head thrown back and holding the microphone stand. The first coin was struck by Mercury's sister at the Royal Mint in Wales last week. Freddie Mercury died in 1991 at age 45, just one day after he publicly announced he was HIV positive. The coin went on sale on the Royal Mint website just yesterday.
Looks good.
Looks
What an
really
icon.
good.
Yeah, way ahead of his time, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Way ahead of his time.
In 1991, I was 1. And he's still, his legendary career is still with us today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful voice.
And when you think of iconic concert performances, Live Aid, that one always
Totally before you guys were born, but you know about it. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is fun stuff. Guess what? It's time to start thinking about the Olympics.
Yes.
All right. Lululemon has revealed its Team Canada designs for next year's Winter Olympic Games in Milan and Cortina. That's in Italy, if you didn't know. This collection features an array of puffy parkas, snow pants, hats, and scarves in dark reds, cool greens, and a swirling pattern drawing inspiration from the Canadian landscape. Let's take a moment to enjoy and maybe give some thoughts.
Oh my gosh, I do love this partnership, I must admit.
Gorgeous. I'll take a large.
Exactly. I know. I love it. I think that hopefully they'll make these available to the wider public when the Olympics are done. But I'm really enjoying that kind of steely, tealy.
Oh yeah. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. And they look warm.
It's funny because Lululemon is huge across the world.
Yes.
It's so loved. I went into one day and I was like, oh, can't afford it, bye. I had to leave. I'm like, oh.
Well, you know that those coats are warm. I know you have the Super Puff in a gorgeous white.
Yeah. Never get white jackets. No. Especially when you wear makeup.
You're going to see that everywhere.
You will be wearing that. Well, maybe this morning you'd wear that jacket.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's cold out there.
Ooh, yeah. And it's a dark start to the morning in Antigonish, Nova Scotia. Quiet, though. Latavia will let us know just how cold or warm it's going to get today. And I'll have your first look at your national and international news headlines.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Happy Wednesday. The time now is 6:13. We're taking a live look at Moncton this morning. It is quite a cold start to the day, -1 in your area. Weather is brought to you by the Atlantic Lottery mobile app. Cold across the board, so keep that in mind when you are getting dressed to head out. -3 degrees right now in Fredericton, -1 in Halifax, 0 into Charlottetown with 2 degrees in Sydney, 4 in Yarmouth, and 3 starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. Still holding on to a bit of mixed precipitation for Newfoundland and Labrador. Still going to expect some flurries across parts of Labrador and a chance of showers and a chance of flurries and or showers for parts of Newfoundland as well. For the Maritime region, as the sun begins to rise, you'll be seeing lots of sunshine in your area today. Although remaining quite cold, but still remaining seasonal for our daytime highs, we are going to see a chance of some showers and or flurries for parts of Cape Breton Island. Into the afternoon, much of the same is expected. We'll see that flurry action increase across parts of Labrador. Same thing goes for Newfoundland. Parts of Newfoundland will still be seeing a wintry mix. And then into the evening and overnight hours, clouds start to clear out a bit. We are going to see pretty clear skies into the evening hours, really cold lows, bringing us into Thursday, where we do have another sunny day ahead for the Maritime region, but going to remain quite cold for your daytime highs. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, we're only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters of additional precipitation for parts of Newfoundland. And same thing goes for our snowfall outlook, only seeing 1 to 5 centimeters for Labrador City. Over to our forecast today for New Brunswick. Lots of sunshine throughout your day. We are going to see increasing cloudiness for parts of the province, still leaving mainly cloudy skies. Wind gusts of up to 40 and daytime highs between 3 to 5 degrees. For Prince Edward Island, same thing applies. Daytime highs between 4 to 5. Lots of sunshine across the island with wind 40 kilometers per hour. Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, chance of showers and or flurries expected to clear. Still going to see a mix of sun and cloud through the afternoon. Daytime highs between 4 to 7 degrees. And for the rest of Nova Scotia, same thing. We're looking at lots of sunshine for this part of the province. Highs between 6 to 8 degrees. For Labrador, we're looking at a high of -1. Flurries throughout your day. 7 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, and a chance of some scattered showers throughout your day as well. Thursday's forecast looking quite clear, a bit cloudier for Newfoundland and Labrador. Into Thursday night, carrying into Friday, we do have another low pressure system making its way over. So increasing cloudiness on Friday into the afternoon, and then into the evening, seeing a wintry mix return again. That's a look at your weather forecast. We'll throw things over to Amanda for your international news headlines.
Thank you so much, Latavia. We begin stateside. After mounting pressure, U.S. President Donald Trump says he now supports the release of the Epstein files, which appears imminent today. Last night, the House voted overwhelmingly in favor, and the Senate indicated it would do the same. CTV's Joy Malvin has more on what the moment means for survivors.
I was a child. I was in 9th grade. I was hopeful for life.
They were all hopeful once, holding up photos of themselves as young girls.
That's how old we were when we were abused by Epstein and Maxwell.
Fighting for decades to be heard and believed together, their voices have become powerful.
We were victimized as children and failed repeatedly by the very system that was supposed to protect us.
The president's relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein has haunted Donald Trump. Trump's name mentioned in hundreds of Epstein's personal emails. There's no suggestion of wrongdoing, but after months of resistance, a dramatic about-face from this president. No longer opposed, the House vote went ahead.
On this vote, the yeas are 427, the nays are 1.
In a rare show of bipartisan unity, almost every Republican voted to release the Justice Department records, investigations that could expose the rich and powerful who abused hundreds of young girls.
There's becoming a reckoning in Britain that needs to happen in the United States. A prince lost his title. We need to see those same kind of consequences here.
It's a remarkable political moment for a president facing pressure and mass defections from his own MAGA supporters.
He called me a traitor for standing with these women. Watching this actually turn into a fight has ripped MAGA apart.
President Trump has the power to release these records, but lashed out when asked why he doesn't do it now.
We just keep going on the Epstein files. And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax.
Tonight, the Senate swiftly agreed to pass the Epstein bill, sending the measure to the president's desk, who said he would sign it into law, starting a 30-day clock to release the files.
CTV's Joy Melvin reporting in Washington. The chief financial officer for Canada Post says the company is effectively insolvent after it posted sharp losses of more than $1 billion in the first 9 months of this year alone. The Crown Corporation says it expects to lose up to 30,000 employees to retirement or voluntary departures over the next decade. It says declines in letter mail and labor disputes have put a strain on business. A new snapshot reveals many seniors who should be enjoying retirement are instead stressed about basic living expenses. CTV's Heather Wright has more on the struggles faced by many Canadian seniors.
The number of people living past 100 has more than doubled in the last 25 years. And for some, retirement is starting earlier and lasting longer, forcing tough financial decisions.
I think in the economy today, people have to keep working.
According to a survey from Manulife, 42% of respondents say they are worried about paying for basic expenses in retirement. That's up from 28% in 2020. 43% are worried about health care costs in retirement, an increase from 31% 5 years ago. And nearly half say their retirement savings are behind schedule.
That concern around day-to-day expenses, this is something that is a concern for pre-retirees and everybody. So it's not surprising to me that that would also be a concern going into retirement.
While the number of people retiring early is increasing, it's not always by choice. According to Manulife, only 15% of those who retired early did so because they had saved enough money. 33% retired due to their health, while 13% retired to care for a loved one, which is why experts say planning for various scenarios is key.
Disability is a reality as you get older, and especially amongst seniors. It's just really critical that we're planning for that.
Fiona Cassidy is among the 15% who retired early by choice. She says having a plan is key, and so is starting early.
Getting the benefits of accrued interest is, that's a smart way to do it.
Experts say another factor to consider when retirement planning is inflation. And while it dipped slightly to 2.2% last month, the cost of living is still putting a squeeze on those on a fixed income. Heather Wright, CTV News, Toronto.
Thank you, Heather. A quick break here. When we return, your messy moment from our colleagues over at TSN. CTV's Your Morning Atlantic. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
And the dancing began.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I had one and it was so much fun. Golfing, dancing, yeah.
Oh,
tennis, yeah.
Good times, good times. All right, it's 6:24 and time to check in with our friends at TSN Sports Center for today's must-see moment.
Hello, everyone. Glenn Sheeler inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Tuesday. And for it, we're going to the pitch. It's World Cup qualifying. Scotland, Denmark, 3 minutes in. Loose ball finds Scott McTominay, and he delivers on a brilliant bicycle kick. How about that? His second goal of the qualifying round. Scotland would go on to win a thriller, punching their ticket to the World Cup for the first time in 28 years. McTominay earns the must-see moment. Tonight on TSN, we got Tangerine Raptors basketball. They're taking on the 76ers. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock Eastern across the TSN network. That's all for now, everyone. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
And now over to your business headlines from our colleagues at BNN.
Home Depot not only missed the mark, but also cut its profit outlook for 2025. The home improvement retailer says it expected a sales boost from lower interest rates, but that didn't happen. And it has lost out on storm revenue. There have been fewer big weather events that typically push up demand for roofing materials, generators, and other supplies. If you had a problem trying to use ChatGPT or X this morning, you're not alone. Cloudflare had a bug. The company provides internet security to about 20% of all the websites in the world. Cloudflare says the issue has been resolved. And all eyes will be on NVIDIA tomorrow. The technology company will report earnings after the end of the trading day. Tech stocks have been dragged down by investor concerns. They worry about a return on AI revenue. Because NVIDIA is a major weight on the markets, its results have a significant ripple effect. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 71.53. West Texas Intermediate crude is up to 60.67. Western Canadian Select is down over $1 to 47.33. And the TSX is down 39 points today to 30,036. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marilla Fernandez.
Taking a look at our 3-day forecast for New Brunswick, seeing lots of sunshine, increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, leaving mainly cloudy skies, a high of 3 degrees today. And then on Thursday, looking at lots of sunshine throughout the day with a high of 5. On Friday, 4 degrees with sunshine into the day, but in the evening, a chance of showers and or flurries return. For Nova Scotia, we are seeing a bit of mixed precipitation for parts of Cape Breton Island, clearing, leaving sunshine across the province with a high of 5. 6 degrees on Thursday. We are going to see sunshine throughout the day. And then on Friday, looking at sunshine for much of the province, isolated showers returning for Cape Breton. For Prince Edward Island, looking at a high of 4 degrees today with mainly sunny skies. Much of the same on Thursday. Daytime high remains at 4. And on Friday, lots of sunshine across the island, a high of 6, evening showers.
Ooh, just ahead in this half hour, we're talking about the Move Morning Chat. And today it's all about collections. Is there something you collect? How did you get started? See the things here on the screen? We'll let you know who's collecting this particular collection. That's coming up in 15 minutes on CTV Morning Live.
May I add, when you were looking at those pictures and video, focus on the collection and not the dead basil plant that was in the background of the photo of the teapot.
Those, it's being revealed now who that collection belongs to. You. Those are that's your imagery?
Yes.
Wow, you have the teapot?
I have 2 of the teapots.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. We're going to be talking more about this in about 15 minutes, but I am obsessed with this Christmas pleasure. It's Coppin is the name. It's from the 80s, and it's this beautiful Christmas scenery of a sleigh ride and kids having fun in the snow and building a snowman and a big Christmas tree. I've been collecting this since the summer, and I'm slowly adding more and more pieces. I still have some pieces left to go, but I have plates, teacups, I have teapots.
Tell us more.
Oh, of course. I have some of the glassware.
I could spend the next 2.5 hours talking about this, but unfortunately, we promised our viewers other things today.
Who doesn't love thrifting? We all do, for sure.
But now we have to hear about your collections later, and I guess mine.
Yeah.
But weather-wise, people need to know how to dress to get out of the house today.
Yeah, collect those layers.
Okay.
Collect the layers.
Yes, it's going to be a cold start to the day. Look at over here, though, in Halifax, sunshine. As the sun begins to rise, we will be seeing sunshine for much of the maritime region today, but it is currently -1, and we are going to see breezy winds remain. Something to keep in mind when you are heading out early this morning. -3 degrees in Fredericton with -4 in St. John, New Brunswick. -2 degrees heading outdoors in Labrador City, 3 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our satellite and radar, not really much to show you, but we do have some mixed precipitation still tracking across parts of the region, quite low and spotty in its activity though, and we will be seeing that sunshine as the sun begins to rise for much of the Maritimes. Into our current wind for the maritime region, it's going to be breezy yet again today. As of right now, seeing sustained wind, 46 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 24 into Sydney, 22 in Moncton, 20 in Bathurst, as well as into Lunenburg. In terms of your wind gusts, only 2 this morning, 37 kilometers per hour in Bathurst and 30 into Charlottetown. We'll take another look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you so much, Latavia. A heads up that later today, the Alert Ready system will be tested. It's that alarm that you definitely hear. Here's the order. Newfoundland and Labrador's alert will be tested at 10:45 a.m., followed by New Brunswick at 10:55 a.m. In the afternoon, Prince Edward Island, it will be tested at 12:55 p.m. and in Nova Scotia just before 2 o'clock at 1:55 p.m. The National Public Alerting System test is sent to cell phones, TVs, and radios. This is the second regular test of the year and requires no action. Halifax Council is going to debate a proposed and significant property tax hike. City staff say a 10.5% increase to property tax bills is necessary to support an $88.9 million increase to the city's budget. Inflation and contractual obligations are some reasons, but there's also capital projects on the horizon.
For example, we have the Windsor Street Exchange. We have a big decision to make on the Halifax Forum. And there's many, many different capital projects that are coming forward.
I was expecting for the budget to come back a little bit higher than last year. I was not expecting this massive increase. So I will be very actively trying to push that number down.
In the document, staff noted council had directed them to hold overall spending except for uncontrollable increases like inflation and contractual obligations. The Nova Scotia government says it is making progress on improving public access to mental health care, but advocates say the province is falling short. Nova Scotia Premier Tim Houston promised universal mental health care in his party's 2021 campaign platform, including a promise to spend $100 million a year so mental health experts could directly bill the province for patients seeking treatment. The Mental Health and Addictions Minister says the promise remains on the table, and the province has put $136 million into dealing with the issue since 2022. Still, advocates say there's a long way to go. New Brunswick's health minister says he has followed through on a promise to spend 24 hours in a hospital emergency room. Dr. John Dornan says he fulfilled the pledge last Friday in Moncton. The minister says he spoke with patients and families who had nothing but time as they waited to be seen.
I did not tell people who I was. I had a mask on, so it was easy to be there incognito. And people didn't push me, just like I would not push other people. But they did volunteer their experiences. For many, it wasn't the first time they'd spent exceptional periods of time in the ER, and that's sad.
Dr. John Dornan says the experience will help guide him in his role as health minister. In Cape Breton, questions are still lingering this morning. Just 2 months after Cape Breton Regional Police Chief Robert Walsh was chosen to head the pilot for a national gun buyback program, he announced his abrupt retirement. Some say the connection is obvious.
They're just hoping that they would get no pushback in these small communities, and they really got the biggest pushback here in Cape Breton that set the stage nationally for further pushback.
People need to be ashamed of themselves to see and listen. I don't know if they ever read what they put out there, but they need to reevaluate what they're saying.
Walsh will step down January 1st. He declined to comment to CTV News. In New Brunswick, the future of a landmark in St. John is up in the air. The Golden Ball building has been a fixture in the uptown for nearly a century, but it could face a wrecking ball. The city confirms to CTV News it has received and is reviewing an application for a permit to demolish the 94-year-old building. The structure was put up for sale and sold by Irving in recent months. It first opened in 1931 as the Golden Ball Garage. It served as a Ford dealership until it was converted into Irving Oil's home office in the 1950s. CTV News did reach out to Irving Oil for more details around the sale, but did not hear back. Finally, more direct flights to Europe are being added to the list of destinations from Halifax.
Certainly, we heard lots of local demand around Lisbon and Portugal, and we're just so excited to be able to layer these into our already existing transatlantic network to really bring more unique experiences for Nova Scotians abroad and to also bring travelers from Europe into Nova Scotia as well.
It reduces the flight time, it's more environmentally friendly, and they can do it, for a quick weekend trip, if so desired.
WestJet's new additions are coming May of next year, so they're going to include 4 flights per week from Halifax to Lisbon, Portugal, Madrid, Spain, Copenhagen, Denmark, as well as 1 U.S. flight to Detroit.
Oh, yeah. Bring it on. That's great news for me because Detroit's right across, almost like Halifax, Dartmouth.
Yes.
Right across the river, so all the relatives from that area can fly here easily.
You're from Windsor, yeah.
Next summer is going to be great.
Right?
Yeah, it's going to be great.
So spring 2026, that's when they're going to start.
Okay, good to know. Okay, this is really great news. If you can believe it, Canada's best new restaurant, not at all far from where you live. I bet you can guess what it is. Air Canada's influential top 10 new restaurants has chosen Mystic at Halifax's Queen's Mark as the best new place to eat in the country. There's Chef Malcolm Campbell. He made us a special little meal, remember, just not that long ago.
Yes, yeah.
Air Canada is calling the property a waterfront gem, and their panel of judges say Mystic is a blend of coastal warmth with refined elegance. And all other 10 spots are in Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver, only East Coast destination on the list. It's a second major award in recent weeks. As we told you on our show, Mystic also won Best New Restaurant in North America by an international food group.
The accolades keep coming.
I know.
Right. Congrats to them. They deserve it.
Well, I just loved meeting Chef Malcolm Campbell because he said we use the word fun around here a lot. And he was really genuine. He truly loves what he's doing. So when, you really love what you're doing, that shows.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
That's really true.
Yay, Mystic.
Oh, congrats to them. Still ahead, we're going to have your entertainment headlines on this Wednesday morning. But next, it's the Move Morning Chat. Can't wait for this. Today, we want to know, do you have a collection of something?
Ooh.
Perhaps it has a certain holiday theme.
Who could this be?
Who could this be? I have no idea.
Crystal.
That's coming up.
6:43 on your Wednesday morning. Good morning and welcome back. We're taking a live look at Yarmouth this morning. We're going to start to see clouds clear even more, leaving sunshine in your area and 4 degrees starting off your day. A bit colder for other areas across Atlantic Canada. Just something to keep in mind when you are heading out this morning. -2 degrees over in Edmundston with -3 in Fredericton, -4 in St. John, New Brunswick. 0 starting off your day in Charlottetown with 2 degrees in Sydney, -1 in Halifax, and 3 degrees starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. You can see a bit of cloud coverage early this morning, but for the most part for the Maritimes, seeing sunshine throughout your day today. We do have a bit of mixed precipitation starting off your day for parts of Cape Breton Island, expected to clear into the afternoon, leaving sunshine. Now for Newfoundland and Labrador, going to be seeing flurries across parts of Labrador, and for Newfoundland, showers and or flurries as well. Into the evening hours, much of the same. A bit of cloud coverage starts to clear out. Quite cold into your night lows for tonight, and we are going to see lots of sunshine in your forecast for Thursday, but keep in mind it's still going to remain seasonal for our daytime highs. If you're wondering about rainfall totals, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Newfoundland, and for our snowfall outlook, only 1 to 5 centimeters of snow accumulation for Labrador City. Over to our forecast today for New Brunswick. We will be seeing lots of sunshine throughout your day, increasing cloudiness into the afternoon for parts of the province, leaving mainly cloudy skies. Daytime highs will range from 3 to 5 degrees and wind gusts of up to 40. Same thing applies for Prince Edward Island. Lots of sunshine throughout your day today. Highs between 4 to 5 degrees, so still remaining seasonal for the most part. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, a chance of showers and or flurries clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. And then the rest of Nova Scotia, highs between 6 to 8 degrees and mainly sunny skies throughout your day. For Labrador, we will be seeing flurries throughout the day today with a high of -1 in Labrador City, 7 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, and scattered showers expected throughout your day. Into our forecast for Thursday, lots of sunshine, as you can see here. Barely any cloud coverage for the Maritime region. And for Newfoundland and Labrador, a bit of a cloudy day ahead. For Friday's forecast, we will be seeing a bit of sunshine as well, increasing cloudiness for parts of the region. And then we have another low making its way over, bringing a messy mix back around. That's a look at your weather forecast on this Wednesday. Now we'll throw things over to the Move Morning Chat. Time now for the Move Morning Chat, and it's kind of a special edition, Amanda. Tell us why.
Well, because we're having some technical difficulties, but it's working out for us because in studio, in person, we do have Aaron and Peter from Move Morning.
We missed you guys too much. We had to come over.
Well, we missed you guys too.
Oh, good. It worked out perfectly.
It's not the COVID days. Come on in.
Yeah.
So this is really fun. Today we're talking about items that we collect and why we collect them. Have some beautiful photos to show you too. So what made you want to choose that topic today?
I suspect it may have been me because I talk about my collection all the time. I used to collect so many things, but I pretty much have it down to just one thing now, and that is ginger beer bottles.
Really? Why?
I actually think that they're gorgeous and beautiful and local. These happened all over the world, ginger beer bottles, between the late 1800s, early 1900s. But really, they're only important to people who collect them if they are super local. So just about every town in Nova Scotia, just about every town in the Maritimes had ginger beer bottles, plants. And so I collect them from Nova Scotia in particular.
So where do you find them and where do you display them in your home?
Okay, well, they happen to be in a china cabinet in my home.
I was going to say, he hasn't mentioned how many he has.
How many?
It's a whole thing.
Well, yeah.
He's been getting rid of them.
Yes, I've been kind of getting rid of the collection, but I still have a few that I love, including my favorite, which is called a Francis Drake ginger ale from New Glasgow area. And that one, the reason why it's my favorite, where do you get them? You usually find them in antique stores or auctions and that sort of thing. But this particular one came from my father-in-law's garden. And he used to find these all the time because people would throw their old bottles, just throw them in the backyard sort of thing.
So rude.
And they would get broken up over the years, or they were already broken when they were thrown in, or they get broken up by the tiller in the garden. But this one came out perfectly and is still completely intact.
That's incredible. Aaron, do you collect glassware?
I don't. Well, kind of a version of it, but it was passed down to me. I collect china. I love china dishes. So this was just something that my grandma would hang on to. Then it went down to my mom. And then when I was 30, they gave me my old Country Rose china set. So I collect that, but I'm so my mother's daughter. She collects china. Like, I have never seen anyone with a bigger china collection than my mother. So she collects all of them, matches all of the different china patterns. I like to put it with like a bit of a modern take on it. So I do china with like a bit of a modern charger with it. I think it's cute.
Ooh.
So that's what I collect is my china.
You are the queen of decor, so I believe it. However you put it together, I'm sold.
Okay, we're going to keep the plate theme going because Latavia's done this because she's seen me, we go thrifting together, and she has seen me get excited about this collection. So since the summer, I've been collecting this Christmas wear collection called Christmas Pleasure, and it's this beautiful vintage collection from the 80s. You see a couple riding in a horse-drawn sleigh. You see kids in the background having a snowball fight, and there's also this big, beautiful Christmas tree.
Cute.
So since the 80s, I have been, sorry, the 80s. It's from the 80s. Since the summer, I have been collecting this set. And in fact, later today, I'm going to meet a woman I met on Facebook Marketplace who has some of the glassware that I don't have.
Oh, nice.
But this brings me so much joy, and I hope to eventually have the whole collection.
Is it just me, or does anyone else do a double take when she says, vintage collection from the 80s? I mean, 80s? Seriously?
He's like, are you kidding me?
Don't worry, Gen Z is humbling me now with the vintage Y2K.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, it's a little bit of everything. I love a good trend.
Okay.
So for me, we're on kind of a nautical trend. We've been going to like all these thrift stores, buying all these letters in a bottle or ship in a bottle or all these ships. Like, our house is covered in like pirates and sailors with pipes and all kind of stuff. But also for us is also Halloween, as you know.
Of course.
Horror and Halloween decor like nobody's business.
I love that. Yeah. That's very Latavia.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
All on brand. So let us know if you agree with any of us, or maybe there's something that we haven't mentioned that you collect, and send us a photo too. We would love to see it. 10400 is the number. What do you collect? Why do you love it? I'll share your answers later on in the show.
#1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:53. Before we get to entertainment, we had a great topic for our Move Morning Chat. I want to know what you collect.
But this is what don't I collect is really the thing. Okay, so I love the dishware just like Erin, which I'm excited to chat with her about that. Vintage Fisher Price from the early 70s. I have like the castle, the airport. I pretty much have every set and almost all of them are completely intact.
That's so cool. I remember you were telling me about this. That's really hard to find too.
It's so hard to find. It used to be easy, but now it's really hard. So I am looking for a few little pieces, so it's a fun little hunt, and people that know me sometimes send me little things they find. Amazing. Yeah, so that'd be one of the many things. We could really have a podcast, a 24-hour podcast on all the things we collect.
Thrift and treasures. All right, switching gears, we're gonna head over to Hollywood and take a look at your entertainment headlines.
It's country music's biggest night. The 59th annual CMA Awards will be handed out tonight in Nashville. Luke Combs, who this year became the best-selling country artist of all time, is up for Entertainer, Male Vocalist, and Single of the Year.
It's all very unexpected. I think you can't plan to get to this point, and obviously when I moved here, I just wanted to be able to make a living doing music, whatever that looked like. It's all been a blessing, and I'm very fortunate, and I'm just thankful, man, for the fans. I mean, it's all them.
Lainey Wilson hosts the awards on ABC. Speaking of music, Jeff Tweedy is going on tour next year. The Wilco frontman has announced a series of shows starting in Germantown, Tennessee this week and running through next June.
Thought about starting at the beginning.
Kristen Stewart is trying her hand at directing. The Chronology of Water is now out with its first trailer. Stewart's directorial debut is about a professional swimmer who turns to writing to overcome addiction and past trauma. It's out in limited release next month.
I'm too structured. I'm completely closed off.
But in a good way.
And happy birthday to a rom-com queen, Meg Ryan, who starred in When Harry Met Sally and Sleepless in Seattle, turned 64 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Don, ABC News.
Thank you, Melissa. Happening now in local news, the Alert Ready test will sound later today. I'll have details on what time you'll hear it, depending on which province you're living in just a few minutes. Plus, the city of Halifax is looking at a proposed property tax hike to pay for upcoming expenses. Councillors are debating what to do next. And it is the season of giving, but with the rising cost of living, some charities are seeing a drop in donations when the need is higher than ever. Those details coming up next in your local news headlines. But first, it is a look at the 3-day forecast with Latavia.
Thanks, Amanda. We're taking a look at the 3-day forecast. A high of 3 degrees today. Lots of sunshine across New Brunswick. Increasing cloudiness into the afternoon for the northern region. A low of -9. Then on Thursday, a high of 5 degrees. Lots of sunshine across the province. Same thing for Friday. But we do have a chance of showers and/or flurries returning into the evening. For Nova Scotia, looking at a high of 5 today, looking at mixed precipitation starting off the day in Cape Breton Island, clearing sunshine into the afternoon across the province. And then on Thursday, a high of 6, mainly sunny skies. On Friday, looking at sunshine for much of the province, isolated showers for Cape Breton. For Prince Edward Island, a high of 4, mainly sunny skies. And same thing on Thursday, a daytime high of 6. On Friday, sunny skies with evening showers.
Wednesday, November 19th. Today on CTV's Your Morning Atlantic, Money Matters. Halifax Council set to debate a massive property tax hike. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And saying no to impaired driving. The CEO of MAD Canada will join us to talk about how they're reaching out to students to prevent tragedies on the roads this holiday season and year-round. That's in this half hour on Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. Time now is almost 7:01. Coming up, there you go. It's Wednesday. We've made it midweek. kind of seeing November fly by.
Yeah,
I know.
You and I feel that way. Amanda's like,
I'm like, man, November's a little slow.
It's a funny, like, the weeks do seem a little bit, it feels like this week is kind of going by slowly, but yet when I think that it's already, you know, the 19th of November, it's like the month is almost gone.
Exactly.
I just find time so different as an adult, and the older I get, the faster it goes. As a kid, the idea of a year felt so long.
Yeah, I know.
As an adult, it's gone in a blink of an eye.
Well, it is, you know, beyond mid-November now, and it is it's kind of an interesting time of year. Yet you are like, oh yeah, winter's coming, but got the holidays to look forward to. The weather is sort of rolling the dice every day.
Yeah.
It's been on the colder side than I was expecting.
Exactly. We started off the week quite cold. Now it remains seasonal, which is still cold to me anyway, but we are seeing sunshine start off the day.
Beautiful.
For many areas in Nova Scotia, it is quite beautiful. Look at White Point early this morning. Don't let the sunshine fool you. Still remaining quite cool, especially early in the morning. You're going to want to add those layers on before heading outdoors. As I mentioned, it will warm up a bit, but still feeling like November. Seasonal daytime highs around 3 to 8 degrees for the most part. -3 heading outdoors this morning in Fredericton. 0 starting off your day in Charlottetown. 4 degrees in Yarmouth. -1 in Halifax. -2 degrees over in Labrador City. 1 degree in Happy Valley Goose Bay, and 3 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Taking a look at our current system tracking across parts of Atlantic Canada. Now, we will be seeing lots of sunshine for the most part for the Maritime region. We do still have a chance of flurries and or showers setting off the day for parts of Cape Breton Island, and also seeing mixed precipitation for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. In terms of the wind, will remain breezy throughout the day today. As of right now, 46 kilometers per hour for North Cape, 20 into Lunenburg and Sydney, as well as into Bathurst. Wind gusts getting up to 37 kilometers per hour in Bathurst, 33 into Sydney, 30 into Charlottetown. We'll have another look at your weather forecast coming up, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. And the Alert Ready system will be tested later on today. Here's the order. Newfoundland and Labrador's alert will be tested at 10:45 a.m., followed by New Brunswick at 10:55 a.m. In the afternoon, it's Prince Edward Island at 12:55 p.m. and Nova Scotia's just before 2 p.m. at 1:55. The National Public Alerting System test is sent to cell phones, TVs, and radios. This is the second regular test of the year. No action is required. Halifax Council is going to debate a proposed and significant property tax hike. City staff say a 10.5% increase to property tax bills is necessary to support an $88.9 million increase to the city's budget. Inflation and contractual obligations are some reasons, but there are also some big capital projects coming up.
For example, we have the Windsor Street Exchange. We have a big decision to make on the Halifax Forum. And there's many, many different capital projects that are coming forward.
I was expecting for the budget to come back a little bit higher than last year. I was not expecting this massive increase. So I will be very actively trying to push that number down.
In the document, staff noted council had directed them to hold overall spending except for uncontrollable increases like inflation and contractual obligations. And it's not just New Brunswick facing financial challenges. The province of Nova Scotia is facing a $1.2 billion deficit by year's end. Critics say costs are spiraling out of control, but the finance minister says the province is trying to rein in spending. Initiatives include a new staffing directive.
For every position they fill, they have to eliminate a position. So it's a 2-for-1, and it will be in place for the foreseeable future.
Houston government needs to get spending under control and actually figure out where the waste is. And I think part of that is conducting a comprehensive program review.
The province's next fiscal update is due to come out next month. One man has been charged with drug trafficking after police in Halifax seized drugs worth an estimated street value of $4 million. The drugs were found in a secret compartment in a vehicle stopped near the Cobequid Pass in late September. The seizure included 40 kilograms of cocaine and 10,000 counterfeit oxycodone pills.
We believe, however, that those pills were manufactured for the illicit market, and we believe they may contain fentanyl, and we're working to confirm that through the Health Canada labs that way. And we do know, we're very confident that they are not legitimate prescription pills.
38-year-old Exile Sandalou of Dartmouth was charged in the case. He is due in court next month. Driving on the east side of St. John just got a lot easier as the long-awaited realignment of Retail Drive is now complete. Drivers can now enjoy a smooth transition from Ashburn Lake Road in a lone intersection across Rossay Avenue rather than try to navigate two intersections in a matter of meters. Government spent more than $8 million on the project, and the mayor says it was money well spent.
Drivers traveled from Route 1 over here to East Point Shopping up here center. They had to zig, then zag, and there was some quick lane changes, a few difficult turns, all complicated by nearby train tracks and heavy commercial truck vehicles. This outdated configuration created safety risks, traffic inefficiencies, and limited commercial growth.
City officials note there are no current plans to develop the vacant lot adjacent to the road, which is privately owned. Finally, many charities around Atlantic Canada have started their holiday giving programs, but some say in recent years donations have slowed down.
The items that we need to top up are our essentials like milk, eggs, cereal, tuna, pasta, rice, oatmeal. And then in terms of clothing, we're always looking for good winter outerwear.
Organizations like Brunswick Street Mission recognize everyone is struggling with the cost of living right now, but the need there isn't slowing down. In fact, it's increasing. A record number of 100 people used their breakfast program just on Monday. They're calling on people to give what they can, when they can, saying just every little bit counts.
Absolutely.
Doing such important work.
Yeah, they really are, and you hate to see the need go up, but boy, it makes you grateful that we do have these organizations around to help people.
Good reminder. Good reminder. Do you have blood? You should probably visit the blood clinic. That's all. Put a pin in that one. We're gonna have a little fun right now, Amanda. This is for you.
Okay.
Get ready.
All right.
It's a popular trend in holiday decor. Oh yeah.
Is it Wicked themed?
Yes. Let's take a look. Oh. Ideas for your Christmas tree this year, Amanda? Fans are already getting ready for the release of Wicked, and they're excited for the holidays, too. A lot of people sharing their green and pink Christmas trees on social media to celebrate the second installment of the movie, The Countdown to Christmas, and Wicked officially on Friday,
oh my
right?
God.
Oh, yeah, it's
Get
Friday.
his tissues out.
Oh, my gosh, it's Friday. I have like 3 dates planned.
Amazing.
Gotta go with some coworkers.
I mean, I wouldn't this.
I wasn't invited.
Well, we have to discuss it. No, we have to discuss it. No.
Stood up in the news and yelled, "Who wants to go to Wicked with me?" I believe that was an open invitation.
That was.
I didn't hear that. I wasn't in the room. It doesn't count. Nope.
I actually said it Monday. I did. I was like, okay, guys, we need to talk about Wicked.
I wasn't there.
Well, you haven't even seen the movie, but I like this trend. I wouldn't want it for my main tree, but maybe like a little side
Crystal,
tree.
you need to see this movie.
Yeah,
it's so good.
because you know I love The
my
Wizard
eyes
of
out.
Oz, right?
Exactly. I bawled my eyes out. I'm getting the Kleenex ready because I know I'm going to cry again.
When they sing For Good, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. There's new songs.
I'll have to see. I got to see the first one first anyway. I will not be joining on Friday. I have dinner plans with friends, but I will do.
Cancel
I will
them.
catch. Make new plans. Make new plans.
I said to my husband the other day, I said, have you seen the Wicked Lego?
Oh, yeah. A very Wicked Christmas.
Oh my gosh, yes. All right. Yeah. Okay, one more side story. Oh, they're telling me to move on.
We got save it. We'll have it. We'll get it.
Last year, I barely listened to Christmas music because I was listening to the soundtrack so much.
I can't see, but I got to tell it right now.
Goodness.
Okay, all right.
It's a good soundtrack.
Still ahead, lots of news. We're going to have your national news headlines, too. And Latavia also has the latest look at the forecast as well. Good morning to you, Fredericton. The sun is starting to rise. Some Christmas decorations by the city already out in the downtown. We'll let you know what you can expect in the forecast right after this.
Welcome back. The time now is 7:13. Taking a look at a beautiful sunrise over in Somerville. Currently cold, though, 0 in your area. We are going to see sunshine sticking around throughout the day. Just make sure to bundle up. Weather is brought to you by the Atlantic Lottery mobile app. It's quite cold early this morning, pretty typical for this week. -2 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton, 0 in Charlottetown, -1 starting off your day in Halifax, 2 degrees in Sydney, -2 in Labrador City, and 3 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. Taking a look at our forecast timeline, we are going to see sunshine across much of the Maritime region, although we are still hanging on to mixed precipitation for parts of Cape Breton Island. Newfoundland and Labrador also will be seeing a bit of mixed precipitation, for the most part seeing flurries across much of Newfoundland and Labrador. And then we have that precipitation that will also move in for parts of Newfoundland. Into the evening hours, we are going to see clouds clear out a bit for the Maritime region, taking us into early Thursday morning, where we are going to have another sunny day ahead for much of the Maritime region. If you're wondering about rainfall totals, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Newfoundland, and for our snowfall outlook, only seeing 1 to 5 centimeters of additional snow in Labrador City. Over to our forecast today for New Brunswick. Lots of sunshine across the province, increasing cloudiness into the afternoon with wind gusts of up to 40. For Prince Edward Island, daytime highs will range from 4 to 5 degrees. We are going to see sunshine across the island throughout the day. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, starting off the day with a chance of showers and or flurries that will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, mainly sunny skies throughout your day with highs between 6 to 8 degrees. Labrador City looking at a high of -1. Flurries expected throughout your day with a high of 7 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at a chance of scattered showers. For forecast on Thursday, another cool but seasonal day ahead for much of the region. We're going to see sunshine return yet again for the Maritimes, a bit cloudier for Newfoundland and Labrador. Into our forecast for Friday, increasing cloudiness expected, and we do have another low pressure system bringing a wintry mix our way yet again. That's a look at your weather forecast. We'll throw things over to Amanda for your national and international news headlines.
Thank you, Latavia. After mounting pressure, U.S. President Donald Trump says he now supports the release of the Epstein files, which appears imminent today. Last night, the House voted overwhelmingly in favor, and the Senate indicated it would do the same. CTV's Joy Malbin has more on what the moment means for survivors.
I was a child. I was in 9th grade. I was hopeful for life.
They were all hopeful once, holding up photos of themselves as young girls.
That's how old we were when we were abused by Epstein and Maxwell.
Fighting for decades to be heard and believed together, their voices have become powerful.
We were victimized as children and failed repeatedly by the very system that was supposed to protect us.
The president's relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein has haunted Donald Trump. Trump's name mentioned in hundreds of Epstein's personal emails. There's no suggestion of wrongdoing, but after months of resistance, a dramatic about-face from this president. No longer opposed, the House vote went ahead.
On this vote, the yeas are 427, the nays are 1.
In a rare show of bipartisan unity, almost every Republican voted to release the Justice Department records, investigations that could expose the rich and powerful who abused hundreds of young girls.
There's becoming a reckoning in Britain that needs to happen in the United States. A prince lost his title. We need to see those same kind of consequences here.
It's a remarkable political moment for a president facing pressure and mass defections from his own MAGA supporters.
He called me a traitor for standing with these women. Watching this actually turn into a fight has ripped MAGA apart.
President Trump has the power to release these records, but lashed out when asked why he doesn't do it now.
We just keep going on the Epstein files. And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax.
Tonight, the Senate swiftly agreed to pass the Epstein bill, sending the measure to the president's desk, who said he would sign it into law, starting a 30-day clock to release the files.
CTV's Joy Malbin reporting in Washington. The chief financial officer for Canada Post says the company is effectively insolvent after it posted sharp losses of more than $1 billion in the first 9 months of this year alone. The Crown Corporation says it expects to lose up to 30,000 employees to retirement or voluntary departures over the next decade. It says declines in letter mail and labor disputes have put a strain on business. A quick break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we'll have a conversation with the CEO of MAD Canada about this year's Red Ribbon campaign. That's coming up next. Please stay with us.
Move Mornings
Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back at 7:21, and time to talk about impaired driving. Here's a sobering statistic. Road crashes are the leading cause of death among Canadian youth, and impairment by drugs or alcohol is involved in more than half of those crashes. Those stats are according to Mad Canada, and to prevent tragedies on the roads this year and year-round, the charitable organization is holding an annual Project Red Ribbon campaign. Here to tell us more is the CEO of Mad Canada, Steve Sullivan. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. We love to shine a spotlight on this important issue. The Red Ribbon campaign already underway. It started November 1st. What's the focus for this year's campaign?
So this year, it's really the focus remains the same, just trying to raise awareness in the community about impaired driving, about the risks of impaired driving, and really getting people to start thinking about it as we approach the holiday season, where there's a lot more celebrations going on. People are out with staff, their fellow staff members, their friends, and celebrating, which is wonderful. But there's always, we want to make sure that people have a safe ride home, so they plan ahead. Whether that's public transportation, sober friend, Uber, whatever that looks like, taxi. If you plan ahead, then you don't have to worry about it, and you can just have fun with your friends and colleagues.
It's so important to keep safety top of mind and know that this time of year there'll be a lot more patrolling and ticketing. They are looking out for impaired drivers. What are the current stats on impaired driving?
Well, it's always hard to tell because it often depends on the activity of the law enforcement agency. So, for example, in some jurisdictions, we see the rates increasing because police are more proactive. They're out there more using tools like mandatory alcohol screening. You're catching more drug-impaired drivers because they're better trained. But in other jurisdictions, I know like in Halifax, for example, you're seeing some high numbers of fatalities, or just road fatalities. And consequently, they're also seeing lower tickets being issued and fines, that kind of thing. So enforcement is really important, but it really tells us a lot about what police are doing as opposed to how many impaired drivers there are on the road. We just know there's too many people still making those choices.
It's hard to believe that it's still happening so prevalently. I know that the issue with cannabis, that the way that police can detect if drivers are under the influence of drugs, that has really changed. So they are probably seeing more cases of cannabis-related impairment. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, they're certainly better trained. So we have what we call the standard field sobriety test. So if you've ever watched the cop show, you see them on the side of the road who do that. And then they also have the ability to use what's called an oral fluid device, so at roadside, which will detect the presence of recent use of cannabis. So police certainly have more tools. They're better trained, and they're just looking for it more. So obviously they're going to find those drivers.
I know that you're focusing on students in 2025. Soon there will be some programming taking place in schools in New Brunswick and across the country. But why are students a focus?
Well, as you mentioned in the introduction, impaired driving hits young people disproportionately. They're new drivers. They're also new to alcohol or cannabis consumption. So those two combinations are really not great. So we see the rates of impaired driving fatalities for young people way too high. There have been reductions. I mean, many provinces have brought in zero tolerance for new and novice drivers. Those are really important things. But this is a group that we want to make sure understands the risks. We also understand how hard it is to be a young person, and the pressure that you have if you're somewhere and your friends are drinking, and all those kinds of things that come into play when you're a young person. We want to give them tools. We want to educate them, give them options about making the right choices and how that can impact your life down the road, whether that's hopefully not a tragedy, but even if you get arrested and charged with impaired driving as a young person, that could impact your future plans.
That's a great point. Well, Steve, we really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much for this and all the work you do.
Well, thanks again for having us. I really appreciate it.
That was Steve Sullivan with Mad Canada. We have put a link to their website on ours so you can find out more information about impaired driving and how you can support the organization. Now we'll turn our attention over to Latavia.
Thanks, Crystal. We're taking a look at the 3-day forecast for New Brunswick. It's going to be a high of 3 degrees today. Lots of sunshine with increasing cloudiness into the afternoon. And then for Thursday, we're looking at another sunny day ahead. And same thing for Friday with a high of 4. But we are going to see showers and or flurries return into the evening. Nova Scotia will be seeing showers and/or flurries for Cape Breton Island. That will clear, seeing sunshine across the province with a high of 5. On Thursday, a high of 6 degrees with sunshine across the province. And then on Friday, lots of sunshine, but we do have some isolated showers into the morning for Cape Breton Island and seeing a chance of showers into the evening for the rest of the province. Prince Edward Island looking at a high of 4 degrees with mainly sunny skies today. Same thing on Thursday, rather. Friday, yet again, sunshine with a high of 6. Evening showers will return.
Ahead in this half hour, Ask the Expert. Today, we're heading to Ritchie's to check out all the great options for keeping your floors and your toes cozy this winter. That's coming up on this half hour of CTV's Your Morning Atlantic. Hey, good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. A traffic note for you if you do use the Confederation Bridge. We just received an email from the Confederation Bridge, from organizers there, that there was an incident on the bridge and to expect delays. We don't have any details on the incident itself or if anyone was hurt or if that was leaving or heading toward the island. We're unsure, but we do know on the Confederation Bridge they are saying that there was an incident and to expect delays.
Thank you for that. That's an important note for people traveling in that area.
Oh, yeah.
Also for everybody, if you haven't left the house yet, important to know how to dress. It looks like it's pretty beautiful morning, but when it's bright and sunny in the winter time, as we're getting toward winter, that usually means cold.
Exactly. You're right on the money. So it is a cold day ahead, but we do have sunshine returning for parts of the region. That's nice at least.
I like
It's
that.
beautiful.
Right? Here's a live look at a very sunny start to the day over in Burnt Coat Head. Currently 2 degrees in your area, but we are going to see a bit of a warm up, I guess. It's seasonal daytime highs for much of the region, but make sure to layer up and bundle up before you head outdoors because it is a cold start to the day. Currently, it is -4 degrees in Edmonton, -2 heading outdoors in Fredericton, with -1 in Halifax, 2 degrees in Sydney, 0 in Charlottetown, -2 in Labrador City, and 3 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at that current system. As you can see from my satellite and radar, not really much to show you. For the most part, the Maritimes will be seeing lots of sunshine. We do have some mixed precipitation for parts of Cape Breton Island early in the morning, and still seeing flurries and/or showers for parts of both Newfoundland and Labrador. In terms of the wind, out of the west and southwest this morning, 48 kilometers per hour for sustained wind in North Cape. We're looking at 20 into Sydney, 22 in Moncton, and 19 in Halifax. Wind gusts at this time, 48 kilometers per hour in Sydney, 39 setting off your day in Bathurst with 33 in Moncton, 28 in Charlottetown. We'll have another look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Be ready for this. The Alert Ready system will be tested later today. Newfoundland and Labrador's alert will be tested at 10:45 a.m., followed by New Brunswick at 10:55. Then it's Prince Edward Island at 12:55 p.m. and Nova Scotia at 1:55 p.m. The National Public Alerting System test is sent to cell phones, TVs, and radios. This is the second regular test of the year. It's worth noting that no action is needed. Halifax Council is going to debate a proposed and significant property tax hike. City staff say a 10.5% increase to property tax bills is necessary to support an $88.9 million increase to the city's budget. Inflation and contractual obligations are some reasons, but there are also some major capital projects on the way.
For example, we have the Windsor Street Exchange. We have a big decision to make on the Halifax Forum. And there's many, many different capital projects that are coming forward.
I was expecting for the budget to come back a little bit higher than last year. I was not expecting this massive increase. So I will be very actively trying to push that number down.
In the document, staff noted council had directed them to hold overall spending except for uncontrollable increases like inflation and contractual obligations. Nova Scotia's Gaming Authority is alleging the vice president of a Halifax Legion broke the law when he claimed more than $24,000 of winnings in a lottery he helped organize. The provincial body says David Long was not permitted to claim the prize for a Chase the Ace event 2 years ago because he was the licensee. The authority says Long deposited the winnings in his personal bank account, bought a vehicle, and paid some bills with the rest. Now to a story that illustrates how frustrating the wait for a nursing home bed can be and how easily someone can fall through the bureaucratic cracks in the system. CTV's Laura Brown reports.
It was a sunny July day when Malcolm Jones left the St. John Regional Hospital for the first time in a year.
When I went there to take over his care, I'm not exaggerating. He had a pair of hospital socks, one pair of sweatpants, a t-shirt, and a hoodie. That's what he had. And at that point, he had already been in the hospital for a year.
He didn't even have a wallet, no ID, no bank account. The 68-year-old was diagnosed with schizophrenia as a child. Today, he lives with Parkinson's as well as his mental illness. He landed in the hospital in the summer of 2024, where he remains today.
Mostly he just laid in bed every day, all day.
Karen Wilson says when she found out her cousin was in the hospital, he had already been there for months. She took over as his power of attorney and got his documentation in order so that he could get on the nursing home wait list.
And she said, well, right now, the good news is there's a priority list for patients in hospital waiting for placement. So he will go to the top of the list. That expires November 17th. So I thought, great, we're on the list.
But his signature was missing. Malcolm missed that prioritization. After 15 months, his wait continues.
And now we're looking at 6 to 8 months. And I said to the chargers today, how am I supposed to tell him that?
To improve his quality of life, Wilson says she's asked the hospital for counseling, physio, and dental services, but has been told no. She says what worries her the most is the impact this wait is having on his mental health.
Because if you keep reaching for something and you know eventually you're never going to get it, you're going to stop reaching.
Laura Brown, CTV News, Fredericton.
Thank you so much, Laura. Finally, out west, the Saskatchewan Rough Riders Grey Cup Parade took over the center stage on Tuesday as fans lined the streets of downtown Regina. That is a lot of green. The team arrived Monday afternoon with the CFL's top prize to celebrate their win over the Montreal Alouettes. The parade rolled down Albert Street, known as the Green Mile.
Okay,
a better Green Mile.
I wish we could rewind the video because they have this amazing, appears to be groundhog mascot that I would love to know more about. Wow, what a great parade.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot of green. Not St. Patrick's Day.
It is like St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it is.
The truck is green. Oh my gosh, I just love, it's so fun to celebrate with winners. Yay for you.
Absolutely incredible.
Hooroo, hoorah.
I live down there and I've never seen a game.
What? When you were living down there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just never made it to a game.
Oh, wow.
Well, you can write that wrong.
Well, you can.
I'm never going back. I'll cheer them on from afar.
Cheer them on from afar. Well, we have Touchdown Atlantic that happens quite a bit where we'll have a couple CFL teams come over here to our region to play a game. And all you hear is how much the CFL fans here enjoy seeing those teams play on the East Coast.
It's true.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, I would like to begin officially our holiday season coverage on the show, okay?
Okay.
Why not start it in my hometown area, Windsor, Ontario? Guess what? Santa came there. Not in a sleigh, but in a very different way. He flew into town, though. Check it out. I guess that's the official North Pole helicopter because it's red and white and gold. There he is!
Wow.
The jolly old elf himself. He arrived by helicopter to greet hundreds of excited children in Windsor, Ontario. They're kicking off their holiday celebrations there. I like the particular coat he chose to wear for this showing.
Very stylish. Very warm, too.
Yeah, they had a little band.
Well, the
helicopter was
resting.
necessary because, as you well know, the reindeer only fly on Christmas Eve. So if you want to arrive by air, you've got to pick a different way.
Brand new bag.
Very cool.
Yeah, lots of fun.
And then at the end, they're like, Santa, get back to the chopper.
Exactly.
Stop Predator.
Oh my gosh.
No, or Schwarzenegger.
Oh, that is a nice little cape.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. There you go.
He's a big crowd.
Oh, of course he does.
Listen,
he's a legend.
The parade of lights on the weekend, you know, it's a big time.
It is
of
a
year
big
for
time.
Santa.
Yes, it is.
Also, too, we want to remind you of our Move Morning Chat. You can text us at 10400. Today, we're talking about your collections. What do you collect and why do you love collecting it? Love to see your photos too. So if you have a great collection, send us a text, 10400 if you haven't sent us a text yet. What's holding you back? We would love to hear from you and share your answers a little later on in the show. For us, we love decorations and we love plates.
Glasses.
Toys.
Clothes.
Many things. Maybe carpet.
Yeah.
Because coming up next.
Listen, these Richie segments, they're bad for my bank account. I just want to get these amazing carpets you're going to check out after this break.
Well, listen, this is just a taste because when we return, we'll have the whole segment with Crystal. So if you're in the market for new custom carpets, rugs, or runners, our partners at Richie's have the thing. That's coming up.
Welcome back. The time now is 7:43. We're taking a live look at Lunenburg. 3 degrees starting off your day. Beautiful sunshine sticking around throughout your day today, as you're going to see mainly sunny skies. We do have sunshine in the forecast, although it's going to remain quite cold, and especially when you factor in that wind chill as well. As of right now, -2 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton, -5 over in St. John, New Brunswick, -1 early this morning in Halifax with 2 degrees in Sydney, -2 in Labrador City, and 3 degrees starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. Just a bit of cloud coverage for much of the Maritime region, so going to see lots of sunshine for all 3 provinces into the Maritimes. But we do have a bit of mixed precipitation, so you can see here parts of Cape Breton Island still seeing a chance of showers and flurries early this morning. That will clear. You'll be seeing sunshine into the afternoon as well. Then we do have some flurry action for parts of Labrador and seeing a chance of showers and/or flurries for parts of Newfoundland. As I mentioned, into the afternoon, much of the same, lots of sunshine for the Maritime region, and that mixed precipitation sticking around for Newfoundland and Labrador as we inch towards tonight. As you can see here, pretty clear skies for tonight. Taking us into early Thursday morning, we do have another sunny day ahead, but will remain quite cold. In terms of our rainfall outlook, only going to see 2 to 5 millimeters of additional precipitation for parts of Newfoundland. And then in terms of our snowfall outlook, only seeing around 1 to 5 centimeters of additional snow for Labrador City. Over to our forecast today, lots of sunshine for New Brunswick. We will be seeing increasing cloudiness, leaving mainly cloudy skies. We do have daytime highs between 3 to 5 degrees and wind gusts getting up to 40. Prince Edward Island seeing sunshine as well today with highs between 4 to 5 degrees. Wind out of the southwest as well, 20 gusting to 40. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, looking at a chance of showers and/or flurries starting off the day, clearing, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. And for the rest of Nova Scotia, seeing mainly sunny skies today with highs between 6 to 8 degrees. For Labrador, looking at -1 for Labrador City, flurries expected throughout your day, transitioning over to showers for St. John's, Newfoundland with a high of 7. Thursday's forecast, as I had mentioned, lots of sunshine yet again for the Maritime region, a bit cloudier for Newfoundland and Labrador. And then into our forecast for Friday, increasing cloudiness. And then into the evening hours, we will be seeing mixed precipitation return for parts of Atlantic Canada. So that's a look at your weather forecast. Let's head over to Richie's.
We are at Richie's in Dartmouth, and today we're talking about carpets and runners and rugs. Oh my! We're joined now by an expert, Kevin Avante. And Kevin, such a treat to be in here. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you for coming down.
I am so excited to learn more about carpets and rugs and runners. What are some of the trends we're seeing right now?
So trends, colors, you've got your lighter, brighter colors, area rugs, stair runners, anything, everything.
What you have, like, these are gorgeous, and the feel is really luxurious. Yes. I think the carpets and runners and rugs have come a long way. Like, for example, you get so many different kind of textures. They look very natural, but yes, you get the feeling and softness of an actual carpet.
Well, exactly, right? And it really helps the house look beautiful.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so when you pick out your beautiful design, you can have it made into a custom-sized rug. I understand that's really popular.
It is, yes. It's coming back. Everybody's looking for area rugs, and it's nice to have a bunch of different styles, colors, everything that you need for it.
For sure. Okay, and another thing people are seeing a lot these days is, like, you know, people carpet stairs. Well, rather than carpeting the whole stair, runners.
Exactly.
Okay, and I think
yes,
you and I did a little looking around earlier, and I picked out some favorite things. Like, this would look so great on a
all
stair.
the way down. That's
Love
exactly it. Yeah.
What are we seeing in trends for design on runners?
So designs, it all depends on the feel of the house, right? You could do something patterned like this, or you could do a solid color like that.
This one's great.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it all depends on what kind of feel that you want, but these are all very, very popular.
Okay, perfect. Wool, you better believe that one of the trends in rugs and carpets is wool. Why, Kevin, is wool popular?
So wool is super popular because it is naturally stain resistant and super durable, so you're never going to see any wear patterns or anything in your carpet.
Get out of town. So something like this carpet, which is absolutely gorgeous, is 100% wool, but it's light cream. Like in my house, that would get muddy footprints on it in 2 seconds.
Of course.
So how do you deal with that?
So it's super, super easy to keep clean just because of the natural fibers in there, right? So all you got to do, if you get it dirty, use a damp cloth, dap it up. That's it.
Vacuum it up. What if you spill something like red wine on it?
It's the exact same thing, right? It'll come out really, really easy, just like that.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And what if you kind of live in a household with a lot of rough and tumble, heavy foot traffic? Is wool a good choice for that?
It is, yes. So it's not, you're not going to see those wear marks in here. If you walk down your hallway, you're not going to see it over time. So it's great for that.
And it's beautiful. And if you don't mind me like putting my hand on
Of course.
It is like, that's luxe. This is nice.
Very nice.
Okay, people have other options though for durability as well. So this is another one, this product here.
Correct. Yes, so this is Mohawk. They have Smart Strand and EverStrand. Most carpets, they dye their carpet in a solution to keep it stain resistant. Whereas Mohawk, they make their own fibers. So they make their own fibers and they have the stain resistancy built into their fibers. So you're not going to have that dissipating over time.
That's cool. Also, I mean, you know, you get many different textures and stuff, but it feels great.
Oh,
like that's lush. I would love to step out of bed on my bare feet and put, oh my gosh, this is lovely.
You got it.
We are falling in love. This is dangerous, Kevin. So if somebody is watching thinking that they think, oh, this would be just exactly what I need for my home, how do you begin to order or get the process started?
Yes, well, come on down to Richie's. We can take a look at samples, go over products, make your selection from there, and we'll order it.
So there are locations all over Atlantic Canada.
Correct, all over Atlantic Canada and the flooring warehouse in Fredericton.
Perfect, and of course there's a Richie's website which we put on ours to make it easy for you to find, but you could also just pop right into the showrooms in Dartmouth and you might even get Kevin.
That's true, you might even do that.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks to you both. Health and medical news now. Across the globe, high blood pressure in children has nearly doubled over the past 2 decades. It is one of the topics in Your Health. A new study found that back in 2000, rates of hypertension in boys and girls hovered around 3%. But by 2020, those numbers had risen to around 6%. Doctors say children with hypertension are at a greater risk of developing heart disease later in life. Experts say dietary factors in children, such as consuming high levels of sodium and ultra-processed food, can contribute to their hypertension risk, along with a sedentary lifestyle. A study describing the findings was published in the journal The Lancet Child and Adolescent Health. New research is examining how professional women's hockey league players sweat to help optimize hydration and performance. About 100 athletes, including players from all 4 Canadian teams, will be tested for sweat volume and salt content during practices and games. Individual results will guide personalized hydration plans, which can improve muscle function, decision-making, and endurance. The broader findings will contribute to a database on female athlete hydration, addressing a gap in research historically focused on men. Finally, artificial organs are not yet reliable for transplants, but they're getting better for practice. A team in the UK has created a line of highly realistic artificial organs. Right now, there are models available for fields including cardiology, ENT, and neurology. The team says using models will make surgical training more ethical, cheaper, and less risky.
And now we'd like to introduce you to the Maritimers who are marking milestones today. It is a 65th anniversary for Ella and Roland Langley of County Harbor, Nova Scotia.
Congrats on 65 years. Wonderful.
Happy anniversary.
And it's a 70th anniversary for Lovett and Margaret Snyder of Eastern Passage, Nova Scotia. What a milestone. 70 years married.
Oh, wow.
So great to see your photo. Now, to see your milestone again or find out how to submit one, visit our website by scanning the QR code on your screen. And a reminder that milestones must be received at least 2 weeks in advance.
Milestones, brought to you by the Berkeley Retirement Residences. Love this stage of life.
All right, well, in a move to try to draw more people to the movies, Cineplex is trying something new, mystery screenings on Monday.
Yep, moviegoers won't know what they're about to see until the show starts. CTV's Sarah Plowman has more.
The plot twists before the opening scene. Instead of picking a movie, people can pick a mystery. They won't know what's playing until the show starts.
Sounds fun. I love it. I would totally do that.
Cineplex rolled out its surprise premiere last Monday in select cities from Halifax to Vancouver. The only sure thing is the flick is new and unreleased.
It's a fantastic marketing ploy and one that has been used by other chains.
An interesting effort on their part to try to give consumers a reason to go back to the theaters.
On the first Monday, the audience got a sneak preview of Eternity.
I'm Anna, I'm your afterlife coordinator.
A film set in the afterlife where souls get a week to decide where to spend eternity. At 12 locations, Cineplex says tickets sold out. Cineplex isn't the first to try this in Canada. Landmark Cinemas previously brought in its Monday mystery movies, and the Toronto International Film Festival has a secret movie club.
I think it makes going to the movies special again. Streaming has taken such a ding out of the theatrical experience that you need to do something to keep people interested.
Cinemas have struggled to bring people to seats as streaming has captured audiences. Theaters got a bump in revenue last year, but sales haven't caught up to where they were before the pandemic.
It's just the economics are just so favorable for the consumer to stream versus going to a movie.
But a promotion like this might help. It's not an option everywhere like in Fredericton, but Cineplex is looking into expanding it.
The mystery would be fun and not kind of like knowing what you're doing, kind of like a surprise.
A little guessing game to start the week. Sarah Plowman, CTV News, Fredericton.
Very cool. All right, taking a look at the 3-day forecast yet again. 3 degrees is your daytime high. We are going to see sunshine with increasing cloudiness for parts of the province into the afternoon, leaving mainly cloudy skies. Then on Thursday, lots of sunshine with a high of 5. On Friday, 4 degrees is your daytime high, seeing sunshine and a chance of showers and or flurries returning into the evening. Nova Scotia looking at 5 degrees today. Parts of Cape Breton seeing chance of showers and or flurries that will clear, leaving sunshine across the province. On Thursday, we're looking at a high of 6 degrees and mainly sunny skies. And then on Friday, sunshine for much of the province, still seeing isolated showers for Cape Breton. And then for Prince Edward Island, 4 degrees today with mainly sunny skies. Much of the same on Thursday. Daytime high remains the same. And then on Friday, 6 degrees is your daytime high. Sunshine across the island with chance of showers into the evening.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
It's Wednesday, November 19th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, Halifax Council set to debate a massive property tax hike. Your top news headlines just ahead.
Come on in. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, November 19th. Oh my gosh, we're just getting up. Welcome to the day. If you were like us, you've been up for hours.
Hours.
It's about time for a steak, if I had my way.
Oh my gosh, steak with some fries.
Oh,
Heck
yes, steak
yeah.
frites. I like, you know, I love a Parisian meal.
Yeah, I think that sounds lovely.
That does sound lovely. We're going to be chatting with dietitian Angela Dufour about reading labels. New regulations on labels are going to make it easier to pick out healthy foods.
Ooh, yeah. I like that.
News you can use for sure. And then later in the show, we're going to talk about some gifts for those who want to glow And who doesn't want to glow during the holiday season?
I want to glow all year round.
Exactly. Keep the glow going.
Yeah, exactly.
But today, let's have a glow and more of a, when you go outside, more of a red nose.
Ooh,
almost
yes.
Rudolph-like if you head outside today.
Absolutely. Rosy cheeks.
Rosy cheeks, yes.
Frostbitten. No, I'm just joking. It's not that cold, but it is quite cold.
Chris.
Especially with the breezy wind we're seeing across the region. It's really giving that bite in the air. Here's a live look at Halifax. It's going to be quite a sunny day ahead, although bit cold this morning, -1 as of right now. We will be seeing seasonal daytime highs for much of Atlantic Canada, but still going to feel quite cold when you factor in that wind chill. -4 degrees starting off your day in Edmonton with -5 into St. John, New Brunswick, 0 in Charlottetown with -1 in Halifax, 2 degrees in Sydney, as well as into Happy Valley, Goose Bay, 3 degrees in St. John's. Over to our satellite and radar, we do have a bit of mixed precipitation tracking across parts of Newfoundland and Labrador, a bit into Cape Breton Island as well. Other than that, we will be seeing lots of sunshine for much of the Maritime region today. Wind will remain breezy throughout the day as well, picking up into the afternoon, but as of right now, 48 kilometers per hour in North Cape with 20 into Sydney, 19 in Charlottetown and in Halifax. Wind gusts getting up to 48 in Sydney, 39 kilometers per hour in Bathurst, 33 in Moncton, 28 in Charlottetown. We'll have another look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. And a heads up, the Alert Ready system will be tested later today. The first test will be in Newfoundland and Labrador at 10:45 a.m., followed by New Brunswick at 10:55 a.m. Then in the afternoon, PEI will have the test at 12:55 p.m. in Nova Scotia, 1:55 p.m. The National Public Alerting System test is sent to cell phones, TVs, and radios. This is the second regular test of the year. Council in Halifax is going to debate a proposed and significant property tax hike. City staff say a 10.5% increase to property tax bills is necessary to support an $88.9 million increase to the city's budget. Inflation and contractual obligations are some reasons, but there's also capital projects coming up.
For example, we have the Windsor Street Exchange. We have a big decision to make on the Halifax Forum. And there's many, many different capital projects that are coming forward.
I was expecting for the budget to come back a little bit higher than last year. I was not expecting this massive increase. So I will be very actively trying to push that number down.
In the document, staff noted council had directed them to hold overall spending except for uncontrollable increases like inflation and contractual obligations. New Brunswick's health minister says he has followed through on a promise to spend 24 hours in a hospital emergency room. Dr. John Dornan says he fulfilled the pledge last Friday in Moncton. The minister says he spoke with patients and families who had nothing but time as they waited to be seen.
I did not tell people who I was. I had a mask on, so it was easy to be there incognito. And people didn't push me, just like I would not push other people. But they did volunteer their experiences. For many, it wasn't the first time they'd spent exceptional periods of time in the ER, and that's sad.
Dr. John Dornan says the experience will help guide him in his role as health minister. In Halifax, one man has been charged with drug trafficking after police seized drugs worth an estimated street value of $4 million. The drugs were found in a secret compartment in a vehicle stopped near the Cobequid Pass in late September. The seizure included 40 kilograms of cocaine and 10,000 counterfeit oxycodone pills.
We believe, however, that those pills were manufactured for the illicit market, and we believe they may contain fentanyl, and we're working to confirm that through the Health Canada labs that way. And we do know, we're very confident that they're not legitimate prescription pills.
38-year-old Exile Sandalou of Dartmouth was charged in the case. He's due in court next month. Driving on the east side of St. John just got a lot easier as the long-awaited realignment of Retail Drive is now done. Drivers can enjoy a smooth transition now from Ashburn Lake Road in a lone intersection across Rossay Avenue, rather than trying to navigate two intersections in a matter of meters. Government spent more than $8 million on the project. The mayor says it's money well spent.
Drivers traveled from Route 1 over here to East Point Shopping up here center. They had to zig, then zag, and there was some quick lane changes, a few difficult turns, all complicated by nearby train tracks and heavy commercial truck vehicles. This outdated configuration created safety risks, traffic inefficiencies, and limited commercial growth.
City officials note there are no current plans to develop the vacant lot adjacent to the road, which is privately owned. From the road to the air, more direct flights to Europe are being added to the list of destinations from Halifax.
Certainly, we heard lots of local demand around Lisbon and Portugal, and we're just so excited to be able to layer these into our already existing transatlantic network to really bring more unique experiences for Nova Scotians abroad and to also bring travelers from Europe into Nova Scotia as well.
It reduces the flight time, it's more environmentally friendly, and they can do it, for a quick weekend trip if so desired.
WestJet's new additions, they will begin May of next year, and they will include 4 flights per week direct from Halifax to Lisbon, Portugal, Madrid, Spain, Copenhagen, Denmark, as well as 1 U.S. flight to Detroit, which is the one that Crystal's very excited
Exactly.
about.
Well, there's so many people in the Maritimes who have connections to Detroit and Windsor, Ontario. So that's why they did that, I'm sure.
Don't you love a direct flight to...
Right? You could just get on a plane in Halifax next spring, zip over to Copenhagen.
You can go for the weekend.
Just for the weekend. Oh, my goodness gracious. What
That'd
a
be
time.
wonderful, yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah,
okay,
good gift.
If you want to go to PEI, I know there's been an incident on Confederation Bridge.
Yes.
Maybe later today you could hop in the car in just a few hours. You can go see a show in support of Christmas Daddies. Oh, but this one, which I will have the details on that coming up. But yeah, but this is something else. You could even closer if you're in the Halifax area, just take a trip across the bridges and go to the Micmac Mall because Woody is awake.
All your friends have come to say it's time to rise and shine today. Wow, look at everyone. Welcome. Thank you for
There he is, Woody the talking Christmas tree. Woke up on Saturday to just hundreds of children dressed in pajamas. He's up from his hibernation. He'll be, well, ready to greet you anytime you go to the mall. Basically, I think it starts at noon officially. So if you start at noon, you can meet Woody. He will greet you in person.
So he sleeps in till noon?
He does.
What a dream.
He's got a good gig. Yeah. Good gig. No, Woody's great. So,
Rosy cheeks, too. And Micmac Mall, busy now that Woody's there.
And if you love Woody, there's a whole upstairs, second floor, huge, like a whole merch store.
Wow, yes, I've heard of this.
Talking Christmas tree garb.
What an icon.
Indeed.
All right, still ahead this half hour. We are going to chat with registered dietitian Angela Dufour about the new Health Canada food label rules. That's a lot to take in. She's going to break it all down for us. Also, too, Latavia will have the latest look at the Wednesday forecast. Good morning to you, Cape Sable Island. Looks like that they already have the lobster trap Christmas tree ready to go. Can't wait to see that lit up. The forecast is up next.
Welcome back. The time now is 8:11. We're taking a live look at South Maitland. 0 degrees starting off your day. And we are going to see lots of sunshine as well. So that would be quite nice to see, but still going to feel quite cold. Weather brought to you by the Atlantic Lottery mobile app. It's cold start to the day. Temperatures will warm up, but will remain seasonal, feeling cold still across the region. So keep that in mind when you are getting dressed to head out. -2 degrees starting off your day in Fredericton, 1 in Charlottetown, 0 in Halifax, with 3 degrees in Sydney, and 4 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. Lots of sunshine for much of the Maritime region early this morning. Still holding on to a bit of mixed precipitation for parts of Cape Breton Island. Going to be seeing flurries across parts of Labrador, and for Newfoundland, looking at a bit of mixed precipitation as well. Into the afternoon, we'll be seeing sunshine sticking around for all 3 maritime provinces. Taking us into the evening hours, we will be seeing pretty clear skies, remain just a few clouds returning. And then taking us into early Thursday morning, we do have another sunny day ahead for the Maritime region and still seeing a bit of mixed precipitation for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. Into our rainfall outlook, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for parts of Newfoundland, and then our snowfall outlook seeing around 1 to 5 centimeters of additional snow for parts of Labrador City. Lots of sunshine for much of New Brunswick today. We will be seeing increasing cloudiness into the afternoon. Daytime highs will range from 3 to 5 degrees and wind out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40. Prince Edward Island seeing mainly sunny skies today and highs between 4 to 5 degrees. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia looking at a chance of showers and or flurries that will clear, leaving sunshine into the afternoon. Highs will range from 4 to 7. For the rest of Nova Scotia, highs between 6 to 8 degrees, mainly sunny skies for you as well. And then for Newfoundland and Labrador, we are still seeing mixed precipitation, -1 for Labrador City with flurries throughout the day. Chance of showers for St. John's, Newfoundland with a high of 7. Thursday's forecast, we are still going to see some lingering flurries and showers for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. For the most part, just remaining cloudy. For the maritime region, still seeing lots of sunshine, going to remain seasonal for our daytime highs. And then into Friday, increasing cloudiness for the Maritimes. Same thing goes for Newfoundland and Labrador, seeing a bit of sunshine. But then into the evening hours, we do have another low that will bring mixed precipitation back around. That's a look at your weather forecast. We'll throw things over to Amanda for your national and international news headlines.
Thanks, Latavia. A new snapshot reveals many seniors who should be enjoying retirement are instead stressed about basic living expenses. CTV's Heather Wright has more on the struggles faced by many Canadian seniors.
The number of people living past 100 has more than doubled in the last 25 years. And for some, retirement is starting earlier and lasting longer, forcing tough financial decisions.
I think in the economy today, people have to keep working.
According to a survey from Manulife, 42% of respondents say they are worried about paying for basic expenses in retirement. That's up from 28% in 2020. 43% are worried about health care costs in retirement, an increase from 31% 5 years ago. And nearly half say their retirement savings are behind schedule.
That concern around day-to-day expenses, this is something that is a concern for pre-retirees and everybody. So it's not surprising to me that that would also be a concern going into retirement.
While the number of people retiring early is increasing, it's not always by choice. According to Manulife, only 15% of those who retired early did so because they had saved enough money. 33% retired due to their health, while 13% retired to care for a loved one, which is why experts say planning for various scenarios is key.
Disability is a reality as you get older, and especially amongst seniors. It's just really critical that we're planning for that.
Fiona Cassidy is among the 15% who retired early by choice. She says having a plan is key, and so is starting early.
Getting the benefits of accrued interest is, that's a smart way to do it.
Experts say another factor to consider when retirement planning is inflation. And while it dipped slightly to 2.2% last month, the cost of living is still putting a squeeze on those on a fixed income. Heather Wright, CTV News, Toronto.
Thank you, Heather. Now, across North America, the top gift for kids for all ages this holiday season appears to be video games. But you might be interested to know what the second most requested gift is. Reporter Brianne Brio has more on that.
Video games once again topping holiday wish lists, according to the Entertainment Software Association.
The majority of kids are asking for video games. We find that nearly 3 in 5 kids, about 60%, are going to be asking for something video game related.
A new report showing the #1 request is actually in-game currency, followed by a video game console. But also on the wish list is quality time, with nearly 60% of kids saying they want to play more video games with their parents.
Kids are hopeful that mom and dad will sit down next to them, pick up the controller, and turn game time into family time.
Parents buying video game gifts will spend an average of $730.
This is the new Switch 2. It just came out.
But Jamie York at Game Underground in Waltham says you don't always have to buy the latest release.
Sometimes it's okay to get like an older thing. Like you could get the first Switch and save a whole bunch of money. And if it's their first system, they're 6 or 7, they might not mind.
For kids, he says the new Kirby game, Mario Kart, and Pokemon will be the most popular this holiday season. But when shopping, it is important to check a game's rating to make sure it's appropriate. And when it comes time to play, here's what you can do to keep your child safe.
Every device you can play games on has parental controls. Use them.
Finally, Lululemon has revealed its Team Canada designs for next year's Winter Olympic Games in Milan and Cortina, Italy. The collection features an array of puffy parkas, snow pants, hats and scarves in dark reds, cool greens, and a swirling pattern drawing inspiration from the Canadian landscape. And the Winter Games are set to begin on February 6, 2026. A quick break here on Your Morning Atlantic, but please stay with us when we return. We are heading to the Your Morning Atlantic kitchen with registered dietitian Angela Dufour. That's coming up next.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back. It's 8:21 and a fun reminder how you can connect with us. You really do make our day when you connect with us by email, yourmorningatlantic@ctv.ca, or text us. 10400. We'd love to hear from you on any topic. Move Morning Chat, for example, let us know what you're collecting and why. Well, I love that little ditty. It's time for another edition of Dufour's Dish. It's a segment with our partner and dietitian, Angela Dufour, who works with professional and Olympic athletes so they can perform at peak levels. We're very happy she's here to advise us on living better through healthy eating. And we are very pleased that Angela's joining us live in studio. Hi, Angela.
Hey, how's it going?
Always great. We love having you in. Today we're talking about food labels and sugar. Tell us more.
Yeah, well, you might have already started seeing some labels, front of package labeling on certain pre-packaged food items in the grocery stores. They actually have until January 2026, based on Health Canada's recommendations. It's a guide, Crystal. It's not a stop sign. It's not a warning. It's simply a way for consumers to be able to choose healthier products that are lower in saturated fats, sugar, and sodium.
Okay.
So you might have started to see we have some here, but I wanted to say that it's based on 100 grams of total. If we talk about sugars,
yes,
it's based on 100 grams of total sugars a day. Okay. So in a 2,000 calorie diet, which is an average diet, right? But I work with athletes, as you mentioned, and sometimes they have 3,000 calorie recommendations.
Or, you know, depending on your goals, less. But yeah, like
exactly.
We're going with the average right now.
That's right. So again, it's not a recommendation. It's a guide to prevent, obviously, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and cardiovascular disease based on Health Canada. So you'll see the label. It's a magnifying glass. It's very evident. It's on the front of the package of labeling. And it's, again, based on 100 grams. So it's about 15%. And that's your daily value. So if it's less than that, then it doesn't get a sticker.
Okay, so you might see, why does my package have nothing on it? Is because it's under the value, so they don't need to use the ink.
That's right, that's right. And there are some foods that don't get that label. Yeah. Obviously, you know, fresh fruits and vegetables, dairy, plain dairy, milk, and yogurt won't get that symbol because of the other added health benefits in those products. Perfect. Right? So yeah, so front of packaging, you'll see it on again, certain dairy products. Obviously, if it's a dairy product that has added sugar in it, you're going to see that. But it's a little misconceiving because in dairy products we also have natural sugars, lactose being one of them. Yeah. That's included in that total sugars. So you have to look for other nutrients in those products that would provide a benefit to you as well.
All right, you have thoughtfully brought in some gorgeous meals to show what this 100 grams might look like to a person. And this actually, I mean, if you're eating like this, I would say you are well on your way to health.
That's right. And this is an example of what a total of 100 grams would look like. So your breakfast would have about 35 grams. Your snack would have about, actually it's a trail mix, so it's a little bit higher. And then your lunch would have about 4 grams, that's it. And again, it's a tortilla and a salad with a little bit of dressing on the side. A meal, right? Salmon, rice, and a maple Dijon, maple syrup, right, is going to have a little bit more, so about 16. And then an evening snack of about 13 grams. So all of that total, again, based on 100 grams of your total daily value, Not a recommendation, just a guide.
All right, let's dig in just a little bit. So, for example, this breakfast doesn't look like it has any sugar to me, but I guess where's the sugar coming from? The bagel, the banana?
Bagel, banana, and the dairy, as I mentioned,
Oh,
right?
So even though it's milk,
that's right.
Natural
sugar.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep. And then fruits, and then dried fruits. Again, your sauces and added things are going to add up, but it's okay to still have your juice. You can still add your favorite chocolate chips and your sweetener of choice in the run of a day. And especially, again, if you have a larger caloric recommendation, that is based on the 20% of a 2,000 calorie diet. So 3,000 calories, 150 grams of total sugar. So
that's where a dietitian comes in to help you work
all
out
the numbers
how it works for you and your kind of your patterns and habits. Now, something like this, like eggnog, it is a holiday season. It's not like you can't drink this, right?
That's right. Again, look at the daily value, look at the other ingredients and the other benefits of those products. There could be fiber, calcium, vitamin D, other great sources of other nutrients in those products. And so you kind of have to balance out what's the best bang for your buck.
Yeah. Or they have it as a sometimes treat. All right,
Exactly.
For people who are thinking, why do we even care about how much sugar we get? What would be the health implications of eating too much sugar?
So type 2 diabetes, right? Cardiovascular disease, obesity, those are all the 3 big disease risk factors, and that's why Health Canada, and the label shows Health Canada right on the bottom, because it is a serious health risk when we have too much of any of those 3 nutrients.
Well, this is great news we can use, Angela. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we've put a link to Angela Dufour's information on ours so that you can find out more.
And you can visit sugar.ca for more resources.
There
and
you go. We'll put that link on our website as well. We are going to take a break. We'll be back with more CTV's Your Morning Atlantic right after this.
Still ahead this morning, holiday beauty. Whether you're getting glam or gifting glam, beauty and style contributor Natalie Sexton has you covered. We'll check out her picks for the festive season in 15 minutes here on CTV's Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. The time now is 8:30, getting close to wrapping up the show, but we still have lots more ahead, so make sure you stick with us. Unless you have to head out the door, then we understand.
We understand.
We'll give you a break.
Thank you for spending all the time you could. Yeah, we appreciate it.
And we appreciate having Natalie on the show. She always has lovely suggestions, too. And if you are just tuning in now and you've missed any of our segments that we've had over the past 3 hours, you can always go to our website after the show, ctvnewsatlantic.ca, because that's where we post all of our videos, interview segments as well, and you can share them with friends.
Yeah, love the segment with Angela there, learning more about sugar. Sneaky little thing. Sugar gets in there. You know, that was a healthy diet she had, but yet the fruit, it adds up.
Right?
Yeah.
Definitely does.
Definitely does. Oh, but, well, you know what you would want today? Maybe a little sugar in your tea and carry that with you as you head out the door to warm your hands.
Absolutely. Your hands.
Your soul.
Your soul. It is chilly.
I was going with that. I like it. You know, like when you drink something hot and it just warms your body.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, but I don't know. I went to...
If it warms your heart and soul, that's great. I was picking up you were putting down.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Here's a look at the deck. Early this morning, you can see sunshine and a bit cloudy starting off your day. It is cold, though, so keep that in mind when you are heading out. Bring that warm tea, like Crystal said, and make sure to bundle up. It's quite cold, yet again, right across Atlantic Canada. For our daytime highs, they're going to reach seasonal, but still feeling quite cool, especially when you factor in that breezy wind. As of right now, it is -2 heading outdoors in Fredericton, -4 in St. John, New Brunswick, 5 degrees in Yarmouth with 0 in Halifax, 1 in Charlottetown, 4 degrees starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our satellite and radar, we are going to see sunshine for the most part for all 3 maritime provinces, seeing a bit of mixed precipitation, a chance of showers and or flurries for parts of Cape Breton Island. That will clear. And for Newfoundland and Labrador, a chance of flurries and a chance of showers tracking across parts of both those provinces. In terms of the wind, starting off in the west and southwest this morning, 52 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 22 in Sydney, 20 into Bathurst and Miramichi, as well as Moncton. Early this morning, wind gusts of up to 37 kilometers per hour in Sydney and 33 in Bathurst. We'll have one last look at your long-range forecast, but first, one last look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. And one last reminder, the Alert Ready system will be tested later on today. Here's the order. Newfoundland and Labrador's alert will be tested at 10:45 a.m., followed by New Brunswick's at 10:55 a.m. Then in the afternoon, PEI's alert will be issued at 12:55 p.m. Nova Scotia's 1:55 p.m. local time. The National Public Alerting System test is sent to cell phones, TVs, and radios. This is the second regular test of the year. Halifax Council is going to debate a proposed and significant property tax hike. City staff say a 10.5% increase to property tax bills is necessary to support an $88.9 million increase to the city's budget. Inflation and contractual obligations are some reasons, but there are also some major capital projects coming up.
For example, we have the Windsor Street Exchange. We have a big decision to make on the Halifax Forum. And there's many, many different capital projects that are coming forward.
I was expecting for the budget to come back a little bit higher than last year. I was not expecting this massive increase. So I will be very actively trying to push that number down.
In the document, staff noted council had directed them to hold overall spending except for uncontrollable increases like inflation and contractual obligations. South of the border, both chambers of the U.S. Congress have decisively passed a bill to force the Justice Department to publicly release its files on the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. It is a remarkable display of approval for an effort that had struggled for months to overcome opposition from U.S. President Donald Trump and Republican leadership. Trump now claims he will sign the bill. For more on this, we bring in CTV's Scott Hurst. Scott, Trump spoke about the Epstein case just hours before the House vote. What's the latest we've been hearing from him on the matter?
Good morning, Amanda. The final vote tally in the House of Representatives, 427 to 1. Then not a single senator objected, sending the bill straight to the desk of U.S. President Donald Trump. The bill, as you mentioned, moved through both chambers of Congress, the House and Senate, remarkably fast, given the fact that for months it had been stuck, not going anywhere. White House and GOP leadership for months working to quash it. Trump ultimately bowing to political pressure, signaling Republicans to back the bill only after it was evident there was enough bipartisan support to push it forward. Now, in terms of Trump's reaction during a meeting yesterday in the Oval Office with the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, once again calling the ordeal a Democrat hoax, belittling the reporter asking the question, attacking the network the reporter works for, but on Sunday, as you mentioned, saying he would sign the bill. Here's more from the U.S. president reacting before the bill passed.
You just keep going on the Epstein files. And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax to try and get me not to be able to talk about the $21 trillion that I talked about today. It's a hoax.
And Amanda, the bill's passage also a pivotal moment for Epstein survivors who gathered on the steps of the U.S. Capitol yesterday, urging the Congress to push the bill forward. This, for them, is ultimately a years-long push for accountability.
The truth is simple. We were victimized as children and failed repeatedly by the very system that was supposed to protect us. That's why we stand here today.
This is a human issue. This is about children. There is no place in society for exploitation, sexual crimes, or exploitation of women.
And so, Amanda, at this time, the bill now goes to the desk of the U.S. president.
Okay, that was the next question, Scott. So now that this bill has passed through both the House and the Senate, so what does come next? And is there a timeline on when we could see the files made public?
There is a timeline as soon as the U.S. president does put his signature to it, ultimately making it a law. As the bill states, it is what it does. It forces the release within 30 days of all files and communications related to Epstein from the Justice Department, as well as information about the investigation into his death in federal prison. It does allow the Justice Department to redact information about Epstein's victims or continuing federal investigations, and that might be a key phrase there. The president has in recent days advised the Attorney General to investigate Epstein's ties to prominent Democrats, so that could be tied up in what could be deemed ongoing investigations. So, Amanda, next, we're waiting for the U.S. president to put his signature to the bill. making it law, and that starts the clock.
Okay, we'll wait for that, Scott. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amanda.
CTV Scott Hurst reporting live for us from our national newsroom in Toronto this morning. Finally, many charities around the region are looking for help this holiday season.
The items that we need to top up are our essentials like milk, eggs, cereal, tuna, pasta, rice, oatmeal. And then in terms of clothing, we're always looking for good winter outerwear.
Just some of the items needed. Organizations like Brunswick Street Mission recognize everyone is struggling with the cost of living right now, but the need there isn't slowing down. In fact, it's increasing. A record number of 100 people used their breakfast program just on Monday. They're calling on people who can to give what they can, saying every little bit counts and makes a difference as well.
Yes. All right, we're in the Charlottetown area today. You can support Christmas Daddy, speaking of the season of giving, and that is just one of the items you have in community calendar.
Yes, it is. That's what I was just talking to Crystal about. I'm like, is it this one?
We just can't wait to talk about it.
I know. It's great to fundraise.
Our province might be smallest, but we have a lot of heart.
So Jamming for Joy is a fundraising concert for Christmas Daddies on PEI. It's going to be held tonight. The music and fun gets underway at 7 p.m. at the Florence Simmons Performance Hall at Holland College. It's hosted by Jimmy the Janitor. And guess what? CTV's Maria Saru will be there.
Fun.
And it features performances from many East Coast favorites, including Tara McLean, Whitney Rose, and the Island Jubilee Band. So Latavia's going to have those details coming up in community calendar.
All right, we're going to head right over to the community calendar, and we have lots to talk about. So if you're looking to get into the holiday spirit, you can enjoy Christmas at the King's Head over in Prince William's, New Brunswick. From Friday until December 21st, you can be guided by candlelight through the snow into the magical warmth of the inn. So there will also be Christmas music, enjoying a delicious meal and treats of port, walnut toffee, and gingerbread cookies. And for more information, head over to their website for details and times. And just like Crystal mentioned, Jammin' for Joy takes place tonight in Charlottetown. It is a Christmas Daddies PEI fundraising concert. So for additional details, you can head over to the website on your screen. And the 12th Annual Atlantic Jewish Film Festival returns Thursday, November 20th, and will run until November 23rd. So screenings this year will be both virtually and in person at the Canadian Museum of Immigration at Pier 21. For tickets and a full schedule of films, head over to their website. And if you do have an upcoming event and we want to know the details, send us the details at yourmorningatlantic@ctv.ca.
Thanks, Latavia. And still ahead, we're going to share your answers to the Move Morning Chat about what you collect, but also coming up next, getting holiday glam. Whether you're getting glam or looking for a gift for a beauty lover, our next guest has you covered. That's coming up.
Welcome back. The time now is 8:44. We're taking a live look at a bit of sunshine over in Kitty Vitty. Currently 0 in your area, though, so it is a cool start to the day. And we are expecting mainly cloudy skies with a chance of some scattered showers. Across the region, it is cold, so keep that in mind when you are heading out. Temperatures will rise just a bit, becoming quite seasonal for our daytime highs. But other than that, you're going to want to layer up before heading out because we are factoring also breezy winds early this morning into the afternoon. -2 degrees heading outdoors in Fredericton with -1 in Moncton. 1 degree in Charlottetown with 0 in Halifax, 3 degrees into Sydney, -2 in Labrador City, 3 degrees in Gander, and 4 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our forecast timeline. We are seeing lots of sunshine starting off your day for parts of all 3 maritime provinces. Still holding on to a bit of mixed precipitation for parts of Cape Breton Island and chance of showers and or flurries. For Labrador, we are going to see flurries expected for much of the province throughout the day. And we are seeing precipitation across parts of Newfoundland. Also a bit of mixed precipitation. Into the afternoon, much of the same. That sunshine sticking around, taking us into the evening and overnight hours. Pretty clear skies, just a few clouds returning. Taking us into early Thursday morning. It is going to be another cold start to the day and pretty seasonal temperatures for our daytime highs, but going to see lots of sunshine return for much of the region. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters of additional precipitation for parts of Newfoundland. And then for our snowfall outlook, seeing around 1 to 5 centimeters into Labrador City. Lots of sunshine starting off the day for New Brunswick. We will be seeing increasing cloudiness for the north, leaving mainly cloudy skies. Highs will range from 3 to 5 degrees and wind gusts of up to 40. Prince Edward Island, much of the same, mainly sunny skies today. We are going to see wind gusts of 40 and daytime highs between 4 to 5 degrees. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, starting off the day with a bit of mixed precipitation. That will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. For the rest of Nova Scotia, mainly sunny skies throughout your day with wind gusts of up to 40. Daytime highs will range from 6 to 8 degrees. And then for Labrador City, a high of -1. We do have flurries expected throughout your day with 7 degrees for St. John's, Newfoundland, and scattered showers expected for yours. For Thursday's forecast, lots of sunshine for much of the maritime region, a bit cloudier for Newfoundland and Labrador, and then we are going to see a low track across the region into Friday evening. Another cold day ahead, and we are expecting showers and/or flurries, Crystal.
Thanks, Latavia. It's 8:46, and it is that time of year when many are shopping for gifts for loved ones of all ages and stages of life. And if that's a person on your list who would appreciate the gift of glow, our partner and beauty and fashion contributor, Natalie Sexton, returns this morning to share products that not only make great gifts, but will also leave that special someone feeling their best. We're here for it. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning. It's so great to see you.
Always great to see you. And it looks like you've got a beautiful array of stuff to show us. I know you wanted to begin with something that will help us feel our best through the holiday season.
Absolutely. I thought this would be a cool idea for maybe like a self-care gift basket. And I am going to say that everything on the table has a one for you, one for me feel. That's how I always holiday shop. So let's start with Nature's Sunshine Canada. You'll find them at naturesunshine.ca. I thought this was a great kind of duo. So I'm going to start here with the plant-based protein powder flavored in vanilla. And it's completely vegan, it's gluten-free, it's soy-free. And what I love about it too is that it really is very easy to use, like in a smoothie, in a yogurt bowl. You could do some holiday baking with it as well. Yeah, it doesn't have like a grainy texture to it at all, so it dissolves quite beautifully, which is very important. And you're getting 18 grams of protein per serving. I also love their digestive enzymes. You know, over the holiday season, think about all of those maybe treats and heavier meals that we may be indulging in. So it's really going to help you like reduce bloat. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel lighter. It's one of my absolute favorites. And I find the more consistently that I use them, the better I feel.
Oh yeah, that's a great gift for yourself, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
I love this. Is a add to cart. That's what I would say. Okay, let's talk about the next product. I know it's for somebody who's looking to kind of, that was for the inside. This is more glowing on the outside.
Sure, absolutely. So here's a great one. It's the Bronze Silk Expert Pro 5 IPL hair removal device. So this one is really awesome. You're going to get long-lasting results. You can permanently reduce hair growth for up to 2 years. And what I love about this is there's no settings to fuss with. It's stress-free. It has something called a Skin Pro sensor, so that detects your skin tone and auto-adjusts to the right power for you. So you're going to get a really beautiful experience every single time. You know, it's an incredible gift for that special person who is always doing for others. And then you want to think about the factor that you're really saving time and money. If you think about all of those trips that you may be making to go and get this service done, yeah. Very easy to use. You'll find it at Shoppers Drug Mart, at their beauty boutique, as well as online. I think this is an absolutely beautiful gift, like I said, to yourself and to someone special on your list too.
For sure. Now it looks like our time is running out quickly, Natalie, so let's get to our next two gifts in about a minute if we can. A challenge for you. Let's talk about guys. Let's not forget about him.
That's right. So the Bronze Series 9 Pro Plus shaver, here's a real luxury gift for him. He's going to get the gift of a premium grooming essential that delivers a barbershop quality shave right at home. It sits on the smart sensor that charges, cleans, lubricates, and smart programs it. And you'll find this one really easily at Amazon and major retailers. Then let's move right to hair, okay? This is what I used this morning as well. It's the Revlon One Step Root Booster. It's a round brush dryer and styler. You're going to use it on towel-dried hair. It's got 3 settings. Look at that gorgeous va-va-voom that you're going to get. We all want this for ourselves over the holidays. It makes an amazing gift. It's on rollback right now at Walmart for under $63, which is awesome. And I actually used the cool setting on it today just to give my roots a little extra boost. So I love that we can get that next day. Great hair.
You look amazing. I'll have what you're having, and my daughter actually has that on her Christmas list, so thanks for the tip on where to get it. Anyway, Natalie, thank you so much for all these great gift suggestions.
Thanks for having me.
That was our partner and beauty and fashion contributor, Natalie Sexton, with some gifts to give to yourself and others, of course. We're going to take a little break and be back to wrap up the show right after this.
#1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
We wanted to share some of your collections. Thank you for sharing with us. Wait till you see the last one.
Okay.
It's really, really cool. Okay, we began with Debbie, who says, like most ladies of a certain age, I have a huge collection of china from that period of time, lavender rose.
Yay.
And not alone, too, our next viewer says, here we go, Pam from Halifax. I love to collect china. There's a set that I can't remember where my mom bought it from, but it wasn't cheap. I love the vase with an etched rose, the bookcase, miniature china cabinet. Yeah, good collection there.
Oh, I want to see it, Pam.
There's some unique stuff, too. Donna G says, when we were on our honeymoon in San Francisco in 1980, we bought a Capiz Shell Angel and a cookbook with recipes from San Fran restaurants because we love to cook. That started a tradition of collecting a Christmas ornament in a cookbook wherever we travel. That reminds us of where we've been. We also celebrate special occasions. One of 4 ornaments is dated 2019, the year we moved to Brooklyn, Queens County. It's Nova Scotia crystal, just before they closed. Very special.
I love those stories.
Bagat says, what I like these days is giraffes. They seem to be so tall, slim, and graceful, all of which I am not. They also just seem to be kind of fave.
I love
that. That is so cute. Mo from Bathurst says, he's funny. My wife, Kim, says I have a flashlight in every corner of the house. I don't believe that's true. I think they're bright and I don't have to go look for one when the power goes out. So
that's fair.
That's a really useful collection.
A useful collection. Yeah, I love that.
I also love flashlights.
A good flashlight is good to have. Also, too, Krista, New Waterford. I have a collection of Hallmark Christmas ornaments. I started collecting them 20 years ago when my daughter was born. My kids get 1 or 2 every year as a Christmas tradition, and they really look forward to it.
That's awesome.
Fun.
That is special. And that's a look at her tree with some of the ornaments that they've been collecting over the years. Yeah.
That's
Thank you,
beautiful.
Krista. Love that. Also, too, LJ, I love to collect vintage wrestling collectibles.
Oh my gosh.
We've been fans since the mid-'80s. So much fun. Love the history of professional wrestling.
Very cool.
That's fun. My husband would love to see that collection. Wow.
That is so cool. Natalie, I collect willow tree ornaments. They tell our life story for the past 20 years.
Well, the collections often have a story attached to it, and that's why we hold them so precious.
Right?
Dear to ourselves.
Sentimental value. Jeanette says, I collect Christmas trees, currently have 5.
Oh,
that's
Jeanette.
awesome.
You and Suzette Belliveau could sit down and have a nice conversation.
She's got to have theme trees, I'm sure.
Oh, I bet.
Right? Cynthia says, this is some of the Huskies I have collected over the last 15 years of having 3 different Huskies. We also have ornaments of Huskies that fill another Christmas tree when it's put up. You ready for the picture?
Yes.
What?
Oh.
I've never heard of Husky theme. This is great.
I know. She has a dog named Axel, and Axel watches the show, too.
Well, Axel, shout out to you. This is really fun.
Oh, yeah. Kudos to her for not having Axel eat all those stuffies.
That's true. Maybe this was just posed. This is for Instagram, you know? They're not real. I don't know.
It's so inviting.
Awesome.
I know.
I loved hearing about people's collections.
It's so cool. So thanks to everyone who took the time. We had other people send in photos, and we had some other people also send in different topics. We couldn't put them all on because we ran out of time, but thank you to everyone who did take the time to send us a text. We're reading them all.
Yeah, we do.
I love it. And I'm currently in a text exchange about some vintage Christmas.
I love it.
Decoration. Well, not decorations, but plates.
All right. Well, we are already working on tomorrow's show. We've got all kinds of wonderful things to look forward to, including Asking an Expert with Alan Marshall and Associates, Chris Brothers Cooking. Gosh, so much more. See you tomorrow, 6 a.m., bright and early.
Bye.